Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Play-by-Play with Dr. DeLay. I, of course, am Dr. DeLay, and we've got some more baseball for you today as the Milwaukee Brewers travel to Chicago to take on the Chicago Cubs. And, of course, as you probably already know, the Brewers are just one game away from advancing to the NLCS, whereas the Cubs are just kind of fighting to stay alive. Again, they're down 2-0. So, again, they need to get something going here at home if they want any chance to just keep on going. Again, they've just been a struggle. The starting pitchers today, if you may have noticed, I don't know if you checked the description or not, but they are former Pirates. So it's kind of a bittersweet thing, happy, of course, for them. But it's like, it's very frustrating being a Pirates fan, knowing that some of these ex-Pirates are having a lot of success once they leave the Steel City. This year, Quinn Priester, he was very, very good. 13-3, 3.32 ERA, whip of a 1.24. I mean, that is as good as what we all kind of thought he would be with the Pirates. We thought he would be, hey, he's going to be like that guy, and unfortunately just didn't work out for him in the Steel City. But it's worked out for him here in Milwaukee. I can kind of show you some of the stats here real quick. Again, 2 years ago, he showed up, and he was just terrible. He was pretty bad. 3-3 record with the Pirates, 7.74 ERA. How's it going, Giants fan? Thank you again for stopping in. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. But, yeah, no, Quinn Priester, really bad. And then last year with the Pirates, 2-6, 5.04. Just, not good. Then, of course, we traded him to Boston, then one appearance with Boston. He was like, okay, really good. And then he finds himself in Milwaukee. And, of course, the Brewers in a great run. Have a good stream. Thank you very much. You enjoy the rest of your day as well. Appreciate it. But, yeah, pretty much the Brewers they've pretty much helped him. Of course, you can say, well, he had that one nice start with the Red Sox. But, it's just one start. But, just getting out of Pittsburgh seems to have really helped this young man. Maybe not. He's not so young. He's 25 years old. But, again, very, very solid. Very solid year. Last 7 starts, 2-1. 2.79 ERA, whip of a 1.24. So you can argue he's just been getting better and better as the year has went along. So that is your starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, the former Pirates. On the other side of things, it's another former Pirate, Jameson Taillon. Jameson Taillon this year was a pretty decent pitcher, 11-7 ERA, 3.6. 11-7 record, 3.68 ERA. I don't think we're going to trade Skeens, not at least at this offseason. I can't speak for future offseasons there, Russell, but no, we got him for at least another year. But yeah, he was pretty good as well. Again, he was part of the Garrett Cole era. We were like, okay, so Cole's going to be our 1, Taillon's going to be our 2. He, of course, was just kind of beat up in his. And I wouldn't say beat up. I mean, I believe he had to step away for cancer twice, if I recall. Maybe it was just an injury in the early part of his career. I know the second part, I believe it was cancer. Of course, he recovered. Unfortunately, that the Pirates traded him away, as they kind of do whenever it comes to trading away quality players. But yeah, Pirates shipped him off to New York, where he got kind of reunited with Cole a little bit. And, he wasn't a too bad pitcher, about an average pitcher, so very serviceable, mid-rotation guy, ERA in the 4s pretty much with the Yankees. And then he finds himself in Chicago. First year in Chicago was rough. And like, okay, well, maybe he's done. And then he bounces back last year at the 3.27. This year he's been pretty good as well, 3.68. Actually a lower whip this year, walks, hits per inning. But the ERA is a little bit higher. But again, he's been pitching very good. You could argue the best of his career, again, with that whip being where it is. But yeah, this year an 11-7 record, 3.68 ERA. So again, former Pirates going at it today. Again, it's kind of a bummer for Pirates fans, but that's just the way it is. I mean, that's the life of a Pirates fan. Let's see here. What's up, George? Good to see you. Cy Young. Hopefully he's a Cy Young. Enjoy your broadcast. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Let's go Cubs. George pulling for the Cubs. Chris, of course, as always. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. Jason again. Thank you very much with the $5. Jason, a very, very, very kind to the channel. Thank you very much, Jason. Of course, he's pulling for the Brewers as always. Let's see. DD, appreciate you do these live streams. I think you do a great job. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. I really do appreciate the kind words. Again, we're a growing channel, folks. So, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. But, yes, the starting pitchers are former Pirates, so that's always a bummer. But not so much for you guys that are playing today. Starting lineups for the Cubs, Michael Busch. He's at first. Horner's at second. Tucker's DHing. Suzuki is in right. Happ is in left. Kelly is catching. Crow Armstrong is in center. Swanson is at short. Shaw is at third. And, of course, for the visiting Brewers, who, again, are just one win away, we have Yelich is DHing. Churio is in left. Turang is in second. Contreras is catching. Frelick is in right. Durbin is at third. Bowers is at first. Lockridge is in center. That's going to be I haven't seen his name in the postseason yet. And Ortiz is at short. So, yep, those are your starting lineups. I hopefully will be able to do 3D. That seems to be what people like, but if that is ahead of what I'm actually seeing, then I cannot do it, so I do apologize. So we're going to check it out real quick just to see what's going on, and we'll find out pretty early if I'm able to do 3D or not. So, again, it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss. I can't tell. I don't know. Hopefully it's not Yelich. If Yelich is already at the plate, well, then we have some problems over here. But again, I'll do the best I can. I understand people want to, up to date per minute. So yeah, again, I can't promise that I might be like 10 or 15 seconds behind what everyone else is doing because of the internet that I have. So yeah, it looks like Yelich is already digging in. I don't think it's already going to see the first pitch of the game is going to be upstairs. So yeah, I unfortunately cannot do that. I kind of feel bad. But all right, we're just going to go ahead and pretend that this is the first pitch of the game here. That's what we'll do as Tyone kicks and deals, and it's upstairs for ball one. Who would have known that? So we are underway here in Chicago. Glad I went to see the Pirates cards at Busch Stadium. Got 3 baseballs. Oh, yeah. That sounds really cool. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch to Yelich. That's going to be hit. And that is going to stay fair down the right field line. Yelich is going to take off to second, and already the Brewers with a double. That's just the way the Brewers are, folks. That just hugged the right field foul line, and it's just staying barely fair. Looking at the replay, oh my goodness, again, just right over the first base bag. Good defense, not so great of a hitter. I'm assuming that's for Lockridge. Okay. All right, this is Jackson Chourio at the plate. Runner already at second for the Brewers as Tyone looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. 26 and only 7 likes. Smash that like and subscribe. It's fast, easy, and free. Yes, free to do. Thank you, Match Band, as always. And yes, folks, make sure to hit that like button. It helps out small channels like mine survive in these crucial, crucial times. Looks like Kelly's going to have a little chat here at Tyone. Kelly, I don't know what's going on here. Kelly and Tyone, something. They're not on the same page. They don't seem too happy with each other. As Kelly's looking back, or at least frustrated again already. A few pitches into the game. Brewers already have a runner at second, so I can see why they are not too thrilled. And Suzuki is battling the sun out there in right. The 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Master Man, of course, pulling for the Brewers. They're streaming the ball Oh, that's cool. That's cool. The count is 0-2 to Jackson Chourio. And now, again, another issue here. Not too sure what's going on. Let me actually make sure I'm... Yeah, no, we're good. I don't know. So it looks like the pitch comm is having some issues here as Tyone is fixing and adjusting his cap. Tyone is losing his hair. I might be not too far behind him, unfortunately, with all the stuff happening. Oh, man. So it looks like we should be back, folks. Again, there's a little bit of a pitch comm issue here, folks, so I do apologize. So again, the count is 0-2 to Jackson Chourio. Runner on second, and with nobody out. Already here in the top of the first, already man at second. That's Tyone. Looks back, kicks and deals. That is going to be poked at and hit to right. And Bush trying to make something happen, but that one, unfortunately for him, is out of play. Chourio in the postseason, batting .714, OPS of 2,000. The 0-2, that's once again going to be fouled back. Chourio staying alive. Has a home run, 6 RBIs. 6 RBIs in 2 games. Denny pulling for the Brewers. 0-2 count. Runner on second. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Tyone looks back and fires. That's a grounder to third. Shaw has it. Throws to first for out number 1. And that'll bring up Bryce Terang, who is 2 for 9 this postseason with an RBI, batting .222, OPS of 555. Pens won 3-0. Yeah, I saw that. I think Sullivan is coaching the Rangers too, so that was kind of a big deal for the Penguins. Tyone delivers. That is going to be outside, and it's 1-0. Cubs on Cubs. Cubs on Cubs. Carey pulling for the Cubs here. 1-0 count. Tyone sets. Looks back at second. Still looking back there. And he fires. That is way outside, and it's 2-0, 92 on the fastball. Was listening to the Go Dome, and we were congratulating you on your... Oh, that's nice. Yeah, no, he's awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, the Go Dome. Go Stros. That's what's his old name. Here's the 2-0 showing, but that is in there for a called strike, trying to pull it back. But it was in there anyway, so 2-1 count. The Rangers sort of look like we did for the... Yeah. I think Sullivan just might be an old, washed-up coach. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be outside. It's ball 3. The Penguins doing what the Steelers probably should have done. Of course, the Steelers showing some, nice... they're 3-1, but they still have a negative point differential, so I don't know. We'll see what happens this Sunday. The 3-1, that is outside and low. Ball 4. Bryce Terang will walk. Again, I've been saying this since I've really started watching the Brewers the last month and a half or so. When they get base runners, they tend to make you pay. Brewers are starting the double train. Yeah, they just... Steven, they are very impressive. The Cubs, again, I've seen the Cubs look very good as well. They just haven't been able to show it off against the Brewers. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1 to William Contreras. He himself is 4 for 9 in the series. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, batting .444, OPS of 1333. As here's the 0-1, that is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Best out of 5. Yeah, it's the best out of 5. Steelers 3-1, not for long. Yeah, we'll see. 0-2 count. Here's a look back to the bag, actually. He picked up his leg. Fooled everyone here. Cubs crowd was getting a little bit louder there. Oh, and 2 count. Tyone looks back and fires. That's going to be popped up. And I don't know. They're looking for the ball. And it's going to fall in play. And no one was covering second base. Nobody saw it. Unbelievable. Counsel can't believe it. He's asking, hey, with the infield fly rule. Oh, my goodness. No one called it. It was popped up. No one could find it. And then the guy at first, he took off to second because, well, he had to, obviously, because no one was there, so they couldn't throw it to second. Bush never saw it. Horner never saw it. Kelly picks it up, looking at second, wants to throw it, but no one was there to get the... Oh, my goodness. The Cubs already looking not so great early. This is Sal Frelick as Tyone delivers. That's going to be outside ball 1. Frelick has struggled. Bush couldn't make it, so that forced the second baseman, Horner, to come in and get it. And then Swanson, well, he was charging in as well because he knows Bush couldn't find it. The 1-0, that's going to be right down the middle for a 1-1. Unbelievable for the Cubs. Cubs are, they don't look so good right now, Steven. 1-1 count, bases loaded, 1 out. Tyone delivers. That's going to be sent to left. I believe this is Happ. Happ will make the catch. He's going to throw, I believe, to third. Oh, he throws home, but it's cut off. So that keeps the runners at first and second as Yelich comes across to score. The Brewers strike first yet again. This is Caleb Durbin, who's 1 for 7 in the series. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Durbin stepping in. The rookie third baseman, Tyone delivers, and Durbin sends this to center, but PCA is already under it and makes the catch. He located that one. Of course, he will probably locate them all. We head to the bottom of the first. Your score, folks. Brewers 1, Cubs 0. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out today. Make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. I feel so restricted. That's the one thing about this mic. I feel like I have to stay right here. It's the one thing, my one pet peeve. With the other mic, I can do all this, go crazy, step up here. I don't know. It's not really an issue. If you guys can hear me fine when I'm way back here or doing all this, I don't know, then I guess it's fine. I don't know. I have to listen. I'd have to test it off camera, I guess. But anyway, yeah, if you do like baseball, if you like football, make sure to like and subscribe. This is what I do. I call games. I believe today, though, is just one. I had another stream up, but I haven't taken it down. I've actually just hidden it. I don't know if I'll have the energy after this one to do another game, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. PCA will probably never live down the Jackson Churio home run. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Hey, he was trying, Got to gave it his all there. Mic sounds great. Oh, yeah, no, it's a new mic. I like it. Should never have to worry about not hearing, like the volume being too low. Brewers sweep. Yep, if the Brewers win, it's over. They'll be the first one to clinch for the NLCS. Let's see here. Tigers, they are up 5-3 now. They just knocked in a run. Now they're up 7-3. Oh my goodness. So yeah, they are looking to send that to Game 5, of course, if that result holds. And of course, Blue Jays, Yankees tonight. Blue Jays were up 6-1 last night, and then the Yankees kind of stormed back and had their way with the Blue Jays. And the Phillies, they're looking to stay alive as they, take on the Dodgers. So that's going to be kind of a disastrous ending for the Phillies. Of course, you're very welcome there, Russell. Again, leading off, I should say, is Michael Busch, who's 5 for 16 in the postseason, batting .313, OPS of 1077. Again, this is Quinn Priester, another Pirate, pitching. As here's the pitch, that's going to be outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Michael Busch. Tetsuya, how's it going? Good to see you. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. 1-1 count. Quinn Priester delivers. That's going to be in the dirt. And it's 2-1. Priester, I think, was drafted the year that Tyone last pitch for the Pirates. I don't think they really ever interacted at all. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. I'd feel so bad, of course. Play-by-play with JJ. He's a big Phillies guy. Be pretty devastated, I imagine. 2-2 count. As Priester rocks and fires. Check this swing. That is just outside, and the count is 3-2 to Michael Busch. Priester rocks and fires. And Busch sends this to right. Frelick at the ivy. He's going to look back and see it go. It is gone. Michael Busch. A leadoff home run. I believe that's the second time he's done that this series. And just like that. Just like that. It's 1-1. Busch going 3 for 4. Well, right now he's 1 for 1, Robert. And that'll bring up Nico Hoerner, who's 7 for 19 in the series, batting .368, OPS of 929, 1 homer and 2 RBIs. Well, that should get the Cubs crowd and, of course, their teammates going. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, and it's 1-0. Pirate fans have been hurting for years. We have. Right now, though, the Pirates pitchers aren't looking too hot. Here's the 1-0. That's chopped off his foot, and it's 1-1. Again, Priester, Tyone, former Pirates, of course. Tyone was traded, I believe, because he was approaching his 6-year thing with free agency. And then Priester, they kind of gave up on him. So I don't think he'll ever go back or talk kindly of Pittsburgh. Tyone might. I mean, I think he understands. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be cut on and hit to right. And that is a foul ball. So I could see, in theory, Tyone re-signing or, signing with the Pirates later down the road. Not saying it would happen. But I think he would have a positive view. I think. And then, of course, Priester would never do that. The 1-1, that's going to be Tapper, and that's going to be tapped actually off his knee. So that must have hurt, and it's 1-2 to Nico Hoerner. Alec pulling for the Brewers. Welcome back. I don't know what the profile pic. Every time I see you, I think of the Miami Hurricanes. Is that what it is? Here's the 1-2. That's going to be low, and it's 2-2. I can't zoom in. Oh, well. Well, at least make the wild card in 20. I would love for it, but I don't think it'll happen. We got to spend money. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit right up the middle for a base hit. That's what Nico does, folks. He just hits. He just hits. Batting third for the Cubs is going to be Kyle Tucker. It's 3 for 17. He's struggled at the plate. No homers, no RBIs. Batting 176, OPS of 439. But he does have a runner at first with nobody out. Priester looks over at first, and he fires. Showing bunt, it is down, but it's also way foul as that lands in the Cubs dugout. So an 0-1 count to Kyle Tucker. Again, runner on at first. The Cubs tying it with the leadoff home run with Michael Busch. 0-1 counts. Priester. Pickoff attempt, but Horner's back safe and sound. The Cubs fans didn't like that, of course. Earn your money. Yep, Kyle. He's had some rough stretches. Despite that, of course, an OPS of 841. That's still pretty good. Here's the 0-1. That is outside, and it's 1-1 right now, though he's in a bad stretch. Don't worry, he's pulling for the Orioles. The Orioles in this Brewers and Cubs matchup. Interesting. Priester delivers, and that's way outside, and it's 2-1. 94 on the fastball. Priester not looking too great. Priester and Taillon looking like they're playing for the Pirates today. Already allowing a run, of course, for Taillon. And now Priester, he hasn't even gotten an out yet. 2-1 count to Kyle Tucker. Here's the pitch. That's a pitch outside. He checked his swing, but I believe he didn't go, and he didn't. So it's 3-1 to Kyle Tucker. Good pitchers, no run support. That's the Pirates. That is the Pirates. As the Cubs fans get to their feet, they rise to their feet. Why did I say get? It is what it is. 3-1 count. They're clapping. Here's the pitch. Just inside ball 4. Priester walks Tucker. So now the pitching coach is going to have a little chat here with Priester, try to tell him to calm down. So again, Priester with a very good year this year. I believe it was a 3.22 ERA, I think. Looks like the Tigers going to win. Yeah, they were looking pretty good earlier. Let's check to see what the update is there. I believe it's still 7-3. Mariners didn't do anything in the top of the 7th. Don't think Priester will last long. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Both pitchers, former Pirates. I'll probably mention that a lot. You'll probably get annoyed with it, but kind of say it. Yeah, I don't know. I just have to say it. Just so we can understand the Pirates and their pain, and Pirates fans. You know, we drafted again in 2019 Priester. Taillon was still on the team. Like, oh yeah, Priester, they'll be all in the playoffs in 2020. They'll be in the NLDS. They'll pitch in the 2025 NLDS. We're like, oh yeah, that's good. Yep, well, not how we thought it would go. Priester looks back at second, kicks and deals. That is going to be low, and it's 1-0. 1-0 count to Seiya Suzuki. Again, nobody out. 2 men on. Priester delivers. That is outside, and it's 2-0. Priester just can't locate the strike zone. Suzuki in the postseason batting .222 OPS of .930, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. 2-0 count. Priester looks back again, kicks and deals. That is a chopper, and that's going foul. That's actually chopped off his own self. I've seen a lot of that this year. I don't know if it's always been like that, but I feel like a lot of players just hit themselves with the baseball. The city of champs. Lately, Russell, we've been the city of chumps. Looks back. And he delivers. That's going to be sent. And that's going to be sent foul. That'll become a souvenir. The count is 2-2 to Suzuki. 2-2 is the count. Priester looks back. Rocks and fires. That is a chopper off himself again. I feel like just playoff baseball lasts always. It's always longer. It's always a longer. At least it went off the shin guard this time. The count is 2-2. Priester looks back. Looks back again. Looks back again. And he fires. Suzuki hits this to right. Frelick on the run. Now he's really... Did he slid? He did make the catch. The camera didn't even show it. What a catch by Frelick. Is what I would say if I saw the catch. I don't know. We're just going to say it was a good catch because he did slide. So that is out number one. The runner does move to third. So there's runners on at the corners with one out. Yeah, no, we're not really the city of champs anymore, unfortunately. City of champions. Priester loved it. Runners on the corners. This is Ian Happ, who is from Pittsburgh. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball. A lot of Pittsburgh connections here. He's struggled, though, this postseason. 2 for 19. That's a 105 batting average. OPS of 421. 1 homer, 1 RBI. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and hit to left. That's going foul. Has Carpenter been to bat yet? I've missed half the game. I'm assuming you're probably talking about Seattle and Detroit. I am not covering that. But tell you what I can do for you, though, because I'm such a nice guy. I can go ahead and look at their box score real quick. As Priester sets and fires, that's going to be in the dirt. Ball 2. I don't even see Carpenter. To be honest, I didn't recognize who Carpenter was, but yeah, no, I cannot. Oh, yeah, no, there he is. He's 0 for 4. Carpenter's 0 for 4 in the Tigers game. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. The Cubs fans didn't like that one, but that's reality. It was in there. Thought you were calling Liberty versus UTEP. We'll see. I have it hidden. What are you stalking my page for? The 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there. Or, pardon me, inside. 3-2. Yeah, no, I took it off, but it's still there. You just can't see it. We'll see. It depends if I have the energy after this. If I just want to chill in the evening. 3-2 count. Priester delivers. Just outside for ball 4. And now the bases are loaded. Carson Kelly, 4 for 16, 1 home run, 1 RBI this postseason. Batting .250, OPS of 771. Priester delivers, and that is in there for a called strike. You beat me to it. I don't know what that means. 0-1 count to Carson Kelly. Bases loaded. Priester fires. Cut on and hit to right, but that's also foul. Oh, and 2 count. Chris pulling for the double play. Cubs pulling for some more runs. Priester sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to be foul. Just foul. Man, that sun over there is really a killer. Let's look at this replay here. Slicing. Oh, wow. Looks like it clearly was going to be fair. Can't even see on the replay. Let's see from this angle. Let's show another angle where we can clearly see it. Okay, yeah, clearly. It's like they always show the good replay last. It's like they just want you to be asking, like, where's the better angle? The 0-2 cut on and once again fouled back. Priester leans in. Again, it's bases loaded, folks, with one out. Priester sets on the 0-2, kicks and deals. That's in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Cubs fans, they're all standing, folks. They are getting loud. They want this. They're trying to rally their team. The last time, of course, the Cubs were here, they defeated the Padres 3-1. 2-1 in the series. In a low-scoring affair. Might see some more runs today, though. Priester delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down. Oh, you beat me to it. Oh, okay. This is Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's a check swing. Did he go? He did. Pete Crow Armstrong in the postseason has struggled. 4 for 18. No homers, 1 RBI. Batting .222 OPS of .444. Had a pretty decent regular season. Pretty solid. 31 homers. 95 RBIs. Did struggle, though, down the stretch. That was something that was kind of highlighted. 0-1 counts. PCA awaiting the 0-1. Here's the pitch. That is low, and it's 1-1. Yep, 49 straight days, yep. One and one count as Priester leans in. Comes to a set. Kicks and deals. That is low, and it's 2-1. Two and one count to Pete Crow Armstrong. Priester sets. Rocks and fires. That is going to be hit. And that's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Throw is in. And now, I believe it's 3-1. It is, as the other run does come across to score. And that may just do it for Priester. I'm not too sure. There's runners on the corners with 2 outs. Dansby Swanson is due up, but I believe that will do it for Priester. PCA coming through with a 2-out, 2 RBI single to give the Cubs the lead. PCA 30-30 club. Yeah, no, he's pretty good. That's going to do it for Priester. The former Pirate is knocked out before he gets out of the first inning. Ranky. Yeah, no, it's not looking good. LA Tech and Kennesaw. Okay. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So again, if you like the MLB, if you like the NFL or college football, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So hopefully that sounds good to you, and you like and subscribe. Right now, of course, the Cubs, as you can see on your computer screen, your phone screen, your tablet screen, whatever screen, your TV screen, Cubs leading 3-1. We are in a pitching change. Couldn't tell you who it is, so let's go and see who it is. I don't know if we'll have an update here. Nick Mears, another Pirate. So another Pirate's going to come in here. Maybe that's why it's already high scoring. All the Pirates are pitching right now. Former Pirate back in, well, I can show you if it. Back in 2022. Traded to the Rockies. And then, of course, sent to the Brewers in 2024. And he's been pretty good here in 2025. This regular season had a 3.49 ERA with a whip of a .97. He's appeared twice so far this postseason. 1.11. I'm sorry, 1.11 innings pitched, whip of a .75. Again, Swanson is at the plate. There's runners on the corners with 2 outs. We got them where they want them. Yo, yeah. Got to do some bowling now. All right, hey, good luck. Good luck. All right, Nick Mears again. He's on for the Brewers. Trying to get out of this inning. Again, there's still runners on the corners with 2 outs. Yeah, I did not know. I didn't know what you're saying. They're bad frequencies. That's going to be inside for ball 1. Again, this is Dansby Swanson. He struggled at the plate this postseason, but again, it doesn't seem to matter for the Cubs. They've had a lot of them struggling, but they're coming through here. No homers, 1 RBI, batting 176, OPS of 457. Mears kicks and deals. Way outside, the ball gets away. Mears is heading to the plate, and that is another run for the Cubs. And it's 4-1. The runner on first moves to second. A wild pitch. Said it's like the last 2 games, but the Cubs have the edge. Oh, yeah. Right now, the Cubs looking pretty solid. Of course, the Brewers just kind of gave them a run there. So 2-0 count to Swanson. Priester sets and fires. That is in there for a call strike part. I guess it's a 1-0 count. I apologize. 1-1 count now to Dansby Swanson. Mears sets. Oh, it is a 2-1 count. That's what I thought. Here's the pitch. That is outside, and it's 3-1. The Brewers just can't seem to locate the strike zone, folks. I don't know what's going on with the Brew Crew, but the pitching right now, not so great. 3-1. Mears delivers. Swanson hits this to left, and that is foul. Gave it a good ride. But now the count is full at 3-2. Again, a 3-2 count here to Swanson. The Cubs looking pretty good. That's what the Cubs fans, I'm sure they've been waiting all postseason. Like, not much happening in the wild card round. And, of course, hadn't really shown much against the Brewers in the first 2 games. But they seem to be getting together here in a do-or-die Game 3 in front of their home crowd. The count is 3-2. Mears will set. Looks back and fires. Swanson reaches and pops it up. Durbin trying to make a play, but that will become a souvenir. Mariners are down, or no, they were up 3-0 against the Tigers. Now, they saw that they were trailing. So, the Tigers looking like they will force do or die Game 5. Three and 2 is the count to Swanson. 2-outs, runner on at second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. This game started just under 40 minutes ago, folks, and we're still in the first inning. Playoff baseball, I swear, it's just, it's like every inning just multiply it by 2 as far as the length. The 3-2, chopper, and once again foul. He's just trying to stay alive. Three and 2 count. As Mears sets, kicks and deals. Outside ball 4. Swanson sends his bat to the dugout. Because he just tossed that. That will bring up the 9th batter of the inning, Matt Shaw, who is still looking for his first hit in the postseason. So for 9, but he has plenty of walks. Again, 0 batting average, but a 308 OPS. That's all on base percentage. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just upstairs. And it's 1-0. Who's pitching for the Cubs? It's Jameson Taillon, CR. Right now for the Brewers, Nick Mears. As Priester's been knocked out. The 1-0. And it looks like Mears is going to check on the runner. Of course, the Cubs didn't like that, or at least the Cubs fans. They're pretty mad. Never trying to pick off a runner when you're the away pitcher. You'll get booed for it. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be, I believe, a foul tip there. Weren't quite showing the game there for some reason. 1-1 count to Matt Shaw. Mears will set. Looks back at second. Looks back again. And he fires. That is upstairs, and it's 2-1. Again, Matt Shaw's been not so great at hitting, but he can draw a walk with the best of them this postseason. Two and 1. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 to Matt Shaw. Again, he's still looking for his first hit of the postseason. Is that Jose Quintana, another former Pirate? Oh my gosh, the Brewers have raided the Pirates. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But the Cubs score 4 in the opening inning. As we head to the top of the second, the Cubs leading 4-1 over the Brewers. Folks, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe for more playoff baseball, more just MLB in general, NFL, and, of course, college football. Yes, I've been here since opening day. I did most of the Pirates, mostly Pirates. I'd say about 60% of my baseball streams are Pirates. The other 40% kind of bounced around. And yeah, so yeah, if you like baseball, make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, I do the NFL and college football as well. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe. In the other baseball game happening now, the Tigers, they are up 8-3 over the Mariners, looking like they will be sending this, or that game at least, to a Game 5. Yankees trying to do that as well. The Brewers, of course, going for the sweep today. Same thing with the Dodgers, where the Phillies and the Cubs are just trying to stay alive. So right now, though, the Cubs looking pretty good in that task. Do it for the Brewers. It's going to be Bowers, Lockridge, and Ortiz. So, again, appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel, folks. Just, again, at the end of July, we were at 343. Now we are over 1340. Would be awesome to get over 1350 and beyond today. Yeah, that's pretty much the goal today. Try to get to 1350 and, of course, way more. So if you see it at 1350, doesn't mean you don't have to subscribe, folks. Again, I've been here. I try to get on here. It's been pretty much 6 days a week for the past, since pretty much the end of July. I've really started ramping it up, and I've seen a lot of success with that. So, again, appreciate you guys for letting me call this game for you. Again, I know there's a lot of people out there calling this game, a lot of big-time streamers, so I do appreciate it, as I'm just trying to survive out here in this cruel YouTube world. But we're trending. We're trending in the right direction. Of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. I do have a poll up. Let's go and check the results. The Brewers sweeping is what 54% of you guys say. Right now, though, again, it's trending to be a Cubs staying alive for Game 4. The poll results, of course, favoring the Brewers sweep 54% to 46%. We're back here in Chicago as, again, Jake Bowers is coming to the plate. He's getting his first, well, technically his first at-bat. He walked in his only other one. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. On base percentage of 1,000. His OPS is 1,000. Tyone sets and fires. That is just outside, and it's 1-1. One and one count. Tyone delivers. That's a breaking ball outside, and it's 2-1. 2-1 count to Jake Bowers. The pitch that is in there for a called strike, and it's 2-2 to the lefty Jake Bowers. So OPS is 1,000 apparently, though. It's actually bringing his career postseason OPS down. It's a career OPS in the postseason, 1262. That is pretty impressive. Here's the 2-2. That is outside, and it's 3-2. Found you from the Grossi ring. Gotta say, with your style and format, you're going to get big. Much love. Appreciate it, Duke. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, Mr. Grossi is awesome. Here's the 3-2. That's a chopper to short. Swanson has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Thank you. Yeah, no, that was very, very, obviously, that was really cool when Grossi did that. So yeah, I appreciate it. The kind words. Hopefully, I don't. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully this channel is able to do something. It would be really cool to do something like this for a living. That'd be really cool. Would be awesome. Way less stress, I think. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So I got to make sure that raid goes to good use, and try to keep going. But yeah, thank you. Thank you very, very much, Duke. The 0-1 to Lockridge, that's going to be just high, and it's 1-1. This is Lockridge's first plate appearance this postseason. Lockridge during the regular season batted .231. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. OPS during the regular season of .575. No homers and 11 RBI. So he's looking for his first homer just in general this entire season. What a first inning gonna be a long. Yeah, it may be. We'll be here for another 3 hours. Here's the pitch. That's gonna be chopped foul. Yeah, again, as I don't know if you guys were here earlier, but Ultimate Sports was like, hey, where'd your other stream go? I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of tired. Or at least, I don't know how I'd feel after the game, and probably not going to be doing the other game. As here's the 1-2, that's going to be upstairs 2-2. It's going to be a college football game, which have been very kind to me, believe it or not, for the most part. The group of 5 games. Get a lot of viewers for those. Got to be really careful in how I pick them. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be low, and it's 3-2. Hey, just got here. Yeah, no, the Cubs looking good. 4-1 over the Brewers, Johnny. 3-2 count. Tyone kicks and deals. Lockridge sends this to right, and that is going foul as the Tigers lead 9-3 over the Mariners. Thank you, Christopher, for the scoreboard update. Three and two. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Lockridge just trying to stay alive. You're very welcome, Johnny. 3-2. Tyone delivers. That's going to be chopped foul again. Just trying to stay alive. That one was way outside. And of course, I'm sure some of you are like, well, the scoreboard's on the screen. Well, believe it or not, some people just will listen to the game, not even look. They got other things that they can do. So that's kind of, I found out from you guys. You guys have told me. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be cut on. And once again, a foul ball. Lockridge, a little battle here, just trying to stay alive again. Just, again, he's getting the first starts. His first start of his postseason career. Trying to make him that trying to prove him right. The 3-2, that's going to be chopped foul again, as that was the 11th pitch of the at-bat. But yeah, you can just, if you got other things to do around the house or you at work or whatnot, yeah, just put me to the side, do your thing. Here's the 3-2. And Lockridge, once again, fouls it off. 12 pitches in the at-bats. Who will win? Regardless, you could say Lockridge has pretty much won this at-bat already. Again, he's working that count. As Tyone delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, but a pretty darn good at-bat from Lockridge. 13 pitches. Ortiz is 2 for 6. It's batting .333, OPS of .833. You don't have your glasses. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Again, the Cubs leading 4-1 over the Brewers. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Nobody on. 0-1 count. Tyone delivers, and that's going to be sent to right, and that's going to go foul. You cutting grass? Cutting the grass? See, look at that. Again, you can be multitasking, folks. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. We head to the bottom of the second. The Cubs leading 4-1 over the Brewers. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Folks, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, you like MLB, you like college football, make sure to subscribe because this is a growing channel. Again, I understand there's a lot of other streamers out there. So, again, I do appreciate you for clicking on this live stream. It really does help out small channels like mine. If you can, leave a like, and if you can, subscribe. That'd be great. Again, I might be calling a game. You might need to know what's happening. And, you might even have the channel, but maybe one day you're called into work, like you have to go. Or, you want to watch the game, but you can't do it, whether you have stuff going on around the house. Your wife is like, yeah, no, there's so much stuff we got to do. Well, again, I can't help you do your chores, but I can help you keep track of what's going on. So, again, make sure to subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. And, of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. Checking over the score there in Detroit. Again, the Tigers leading 9-3 over the Mariners. Of course, the scoreboard update is brought to you by Sorry Cat, Eduardo Hernandez, Coffee Beans, and Hammer. Yes, those are actual sponsors. Again, appreciate you guys. Actual people, actual sponsors. Really cool. Of course, the Yankees-Blue Jays game won't start for another hour, so once that Tigers-Mariners thing ends, won't really have to check on any scores for a while, but yeah. Your eyesight is poor. Appreciate the play-by-play. Yeah, no, again, I appreciate you guys letting me call it. Appreciate it. We have a new pitcher for the Brewers. So whenever we do return to action, it's going to be Jose Quintana. Again, the Brewers trotting out all the Pirates that they have, I guess. He pitched for the Pirates, I believe, in 2023. He was pretty good, or maybe in 2022. Yeah, it was 2022. Pretty solid there. Went to St. Louis, where he was traded for Johan Oviedo, who ended up being pretty good as well. So pretty good trade all around. Both parties win. But he's found himself in Milwaukee. Again, very solid year. 11-7 with a 3.96 ERA, whip of a 1.29. So he's been pretty good as a Brewer. Michael Busch is coming to the plate. Of course, he led off the bottom of the first with a home run. So he's 1 for 1 again this postseason, batting .353, OPS of 1303. 3 homers, 3 RBIs. Quintana from the stretch. And that is in there for a called strike again. Jose Quintana, pretty good. Very solid, underrated pitcher. 0-1 count. Quintana sets, kicks, and deals. That is low, and it's 1-1. Again, Quintana could go a good bit. He could go into the 5th or, probably the 6th or 7th inning if, he knuckles down here. Did I say that right? Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. I probably didn't. It's 4-1, though the graphic on TNT, sorry guys, says it's 3-1. That's interesting. But no, it is 4-1 here in the bottom of the second. Not used to this thing being in my face. I feel like this thing is interrupting me. I don't know. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That is outside, and it's 2-2. They're going to take the graphic on the screen. As soon as they call him out, they go ahead and take it off. Like, messed up. Again, Busch had a really good regular season. Here's the pitch. That's going to be called. Strike 3. He struck him out. That one was just below the knees, but the umpire said it was good. That'll bring up Nico Hoerner. It's batting .400 this postseason. OPS of .981, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, if you're just tuning in here, it's the bottom of the second inning. The Cubs leading 4-1 over the Brewers. 1 out, nobody on. 0-1 count to Nico Hoerner. A guy that just hits. That's all he does. Here's the 0-1, a breaking ball outside, and it's 1-1. Hoerner, of course, is 1 for 1 on the day. Quintana delivers. Grounder to short. Throws to first for out number 2. Two away for the Cubs. That'll bring up Kyle Tucker. 3 for 17 this postseason, batting .176, OPS of .476. No homers, no RBIs. Two outs already. He walked in his first appearance. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 count. Quintana will set. Lefty on lefty matchup. Quintana delivers. That's going to be chopped off his foot, and it's 0-2. Oh, and 2 count to Tucker. Quintana sets and delivers. Sent to left, but that is also sent to the crowd, and that is a foul ball. You're doing a better job than they are on the TV downstairs. Oh, really? Thank you. Thank you. Would be really, really cool, again, to do this for a living. Yeah, it would be neat to go there, but also, again, to also be here as well, because then I can control what I call. Here's the 0-2. That's a hit up the middle. Oh, what a stop by Ortiz. Throws to first for out number 3. What a diving attempt by Ortiz to send this to the top of the third. Again, the Cubs, of course, still with the lead, 4-1. Ortiz was practically playing, again, he's a shortstop, practically playing right above the second base, just to the left, of course, because you can't be over that. But yeah, again, appreciate the kind words, folks. Again, I really do appreciate you guys. Let me call the game for you. Again, I know there's a lot of competition, for this. Like a lot of big streamers calling this game. So I really do appreciate it. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. Again, I do this 6 out of the 7 days a week. I'm calling games. So, again, if you like the NFL, you like MLB, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see my body of work. Head to my channel, check out the live section, and you'll see what I've done. And, again, I've been pretty much on here 6 of the 7 days a week. Some days I do 2. Sometimes I'll get to a 3rd, depending if the voice will work. That late in the day, or after all the speaking I've done. But again, appreciate the kind words, folks, and again, make sure to like and subscribe. We are a growing channel, folks. I don't know if you knew that, but we are definitely. So I'm trying to do some stuff here, but yeah, again, we were at 343 at the end of July. Now we're over 1340. So I mean, that's 1,000 subs in just over 2 months, like 2 months and a week. So yeah, we are growing. So join the growing channel and subscribe today. It's fast and free and easy to do. Yes, you won't be paying anything. You don't pay me nothing. And it looks like the Tigers have just defeated the Mariners. The Tigers forcing a Game 5. So they'll head back to Seattle. I believe that's Friday, if I'm correct. It is. So, yeah, no, they will be playing on Friday. That is one game confirmed for Friday. Blue Jays Yankees will find out, I guess, later if they're playing on Friday as well. If they don't, that means the Blue Jays have won the series. Joe for the Brewers will be Yelich, Churio, and Turang. Yelich is 1 for 1 with a double. Of course, I do have a poll. Feel free to vote on it. It's 50-50 right now. So you guys pretty much split on what happens today. Will the Brewers complete the sweep, or will the Cubs stay alive for one more game? Right now, 50-50. Cubs, of course, with the advantage, 4-1. But again, the Brewers, pretty good. They were the number 1 team for a reason. All right, Tyone sets as he faces Christian Yelich. Here's the pitch. That is outside, and it's 1-0, 92 on the fastball. Yelich is 5 for 9 this postseason. No homers, no RBIs, but an average of 556 as that is outside, 2-0. And an OPS of 1267. Very good. Elite, if you will. The 2-0, that is outside, and it's 3-0. Three and 0 count. Here's the pitch, right down the middle. Yelich taking all the way, 92 again on the fastball. As Tyone kicks and deals. Yelich grounds it to first. Tosses to Tyone, covering the bag for out number 1. That'll bring up Jackson Chourio, who's 0 for 1. He's batting .625, OPS of 1750, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. 6 RBIs in just 2 games. All right, Tyone delivers, and that's in there for a called strike right down the middle. Again, Tyone doesn't really throw it. He doesn't have the velocity anymore, but I mean, he still gets a lot of weak contact. That's kind of what he does. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball that is outside, and it's 1-1 to Jackson Chourio. Again, he had a little bit of a scare in the first game, kind of pulling his hamstring, but it turns out he was okay. Didn't miss anything. He did exit the game, as that is in there for a called strike. So it's 1-2, but he is okay. A-okay for sure. But definitely a lot of potential here with this guy. He's only 21 years old. Only 21 years old. So plenty of room to grow. 1-2 counts. The pitch. Chopper to third. Shaw has it. Throws to first for out number 2. Two-away, that'll bring up Bryce Turang, who's batting .222, OPS of 633. No homers, 1 RBI. You're here for your checkup, Chamas. Well, I am prescribing you some baseball. That's what I got for you. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Got you some NLDS baseball between the Cubs and the Brewers. Dr. Death. I don't know if I'm Dr. Death. Here's the 0-1. That's a chopper to second. Horner has it. Throws to first for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Brewers as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Cubs leading 4-1 over the Brewers. Chamas, of course, is a Red Sox fan, so he's definitely pulling for the Blue Jays tonight. Lewis, again, thank you for stopping by. I know you're a Rams fan, so I can't remember where you said you were from. I don't know if you pull for anybody here in baseball. I don't know if it makes you a Dodgers fan or you're a Cardinals fan with the St. Louis Rams. I, for some reason, want to say you're also from Phoenix. So I don't know if you're a Diamondbacks fan. I could be way off. So I do apologize. Mr. Birthday sent me here. I'm not too sure who Mr. Birthday is. Not too sure who that is. But happy birthday to whoever it is today. So happy birthday to all those that have a birthday on October 8th. Yeah, I don't remember. RC, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Folks, again, appreciate you all for stopping by. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like button kind of looks like that. Definitely helps small channels like mine try to survive in this cruel environment of YouTube. But again, we are a growing channel, folks. So if you subscribe, you're subscribing to a channel on the rise. Again, I've already crunched the numbers. I already asked ChatGPT how many subscribers do I need within 12 months of starting this out. Said 1,000. If you get 1,000 within 12 months, you are going to most likely be successful. Well, I've already hit that in 6. So again, we are growing and growing and growing. So make sure again to like and subscribe for more sports content. This is what I do. I hope I don't get copyright for that, because actually I got copyright strike for that baseball commercial. It actually ticked me off the other day. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, make sure to again to subscribe here. Birthday, not birthday, bird watcher. Oh, it's not birthday, bird watcher. Okay. Well, that's nice. That's nice, bird watcher. Thank you, bird watcher. I like the Titans Jags, Rams, and Cardinals. Braves and Mets. Okay, well, unfortunate for baseball. Titans, yeah, not that great. Jaguars looking all right. Rams are looking all right. Cardinals, yeah. Unless you're talking about Cardinals for baseball, then, yeah, they've looked better. Jaguars for the playoffs. Jaguars look good. Hey, I said it. I called it. I said AFC South. They called me a madman. But no, I said no. The Texans, they're done. I didn't say they were done, but I had the Jaguars winning the AFC South this year. So far, looking so good. I believe the Texans have won 2 in a row, so maybe they're coming back. But I had the Texans, I think, at 9-8 or 10-7. But I had the Jaguars doing well this year. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Seiya Suzuki, who is 4 for 19 in the series. I have my predictions right here, folks. Go ahead and announce them slowly just to kill some time. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. Of course, I had the Bills winning AFC East. AFC North, I had 3 playoff teams. Now that's probably not going to happen anymore. 1-1 count to Suzuki. Quintana delivers. That's going to be outside, and it's 2-1. I had Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincy. Obviously, that's not looking good. Jacksonville, the South. AFC West, I had the Chiefs and the Chargers. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. They're sitting at the 6th seed. Yeah, again, they're looking pretty good as that's going to be outside, and it's 3-1 to Suzuki. Birdwatcher sent me here. He's going through some things with a big trip. Well, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully that trip, I don't know, trip sounds neat, but it seems like it's not so neat. Here's the 3-1. Suzuki hits this to left center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And he's moving on to second. That's going to be a leadoff double for the Cubs. The Cubs, they may not be done scoring, folks. So, man on at second with nobody out. That'll bring up Ian Happ. Ian Happ is batting 105, OPS of 466. 1 homer and 1 RBI. In the NFC, I had Philadelphia, Washington, NFC North, Green Bay, Detroit, Tampa Bay, San Francisco, and Arizona. Those are my 7 in the NFC. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Bud, how's it going? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. And 0-1 count to Ian Happ. Quintana delivers. That is in there, and it's 0-2. Yeah, the Jaguars winning. Yeah, the Bengals winning. Yeah, it's tough. West, you had 3 playoff teams. East, yeah, East. Okay, that's not too far off what I had. 0-2 count as Happ is going to ask for time. Again, there's an 0-2 count. Runner on at second with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. The Cubs looking for some more as they are up 4-1 over the Brewers. Quintana looks back at second, looks back again, and fires. That is in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Keep pouring it on. Oh, yeah, they're looking like they may just do that. Though Quintana, again, he's a pretty solid pitcher. Pretty solid. College football, you like Vanderbilt, Notre Dame, and Illinois. Okay, well. Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty solid. They're all respectable, I would say. The 1-2, that's going to be a broken bat, but that's going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. Thanks for the feed. You're very welcome, Neil. Thank you again for stopping by, as always. Seen you every now and then. Appreciate you, man. The lady knows. I do. I know you like the Cowboys. Colts, I think. I'm not too sure. I can't remember now. What do you think of the 6.5 for this game? Do you think it's, if you're looking for the over, since we're at 5 already in the third, I would be shocked, Zins, if it doesn't. That's all I'll say, but I guess you never know. It could. Baseball is baseball. It does what it wants. Is that's going to be upstairs, and it's 2-2. I know with football we say, the ball is shaped like that. It bounces one way or the other. Zenz, are you just copying that over and over again? Okay, all right, bud. I got you. Well, we're going to go ahead and put you in a timeout, bud, okay? Appreciate you stopping by, but you don't have to go spam the same question over and over. I'll get to you. I promise. That's going to be low, and it's 3-2. I promise. I will get to you, buddy. Just, one at a time. 3-2 counts. To Ian Happ. Runner at second. Nobody out. Quintana sets. Looks back at second. Kicks and deals. Poked at and hit to right. That's going to go foul. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I have to scroll up here. I'm my favorite team. Then the backup. Yeah, you have a lot of teams. JJ, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Good luck with the Phillies. I feel like most people in America are pulling for the Phillies tonight. So good luck. I'm pulling for you as well, JJ. Here's the 3-2. That is outside ball 4. Quintana walks Happ. And now there's runners at first and second with still nobody out. And that'll bring up Carson Kelly. He's batting .235 this postseason. OPS of .728, 1 homer, 1 RBI. Buccaneers, Washington, Green Bay, Arizona, Philly, Seahawks, Lions. Okay. I think we disagreed on just the Seahawks there, but they're looking really good. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Who did I have? The Niners, I think. Hammer, yeah. No, again, I promise, folks, I will try to get to you guys. I know it's not the fastest moving chat in the world, so I will get there. You just got to give me a chance. Again, I got to call the game, of course. That's why you're here. And then I, of course, will get to the chat. I'm sure you guys understand that for the most part. 0-1 count. Quintana looks back, kicks and deals. That's going to be low, and it's 1-1. Pick me. Yeah. It's good. Yeah, I'm just hanging in there. Just hanging in there, man. Just hanging in there, calling some good old NL Central baseball, the best division of baseball. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low, and it's 2-1. Might be a little biased when I say that, but I legit mean it. Even though there's not much to show for it in the past few years. Most people don't think, yeah, it's tough. The 2-1, that's going to be popped up. Kelly pops it up. Frelick is booking for it. And he will make the catch on the run. He was just flying from his spot in deep right field. He was just competing in the 100-meter. That's going to bring up PCA. Of course, he had that 2-out, 2 RBI hits earlier. That really got the troops going. Johnny saying, go, Cubs, go. You wish they could both lose. Oh, boy. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. Yeah, I guess some people don't like the Phillies. I like the Phillies. Your World Series was Cleveland, the Cubs. Now it's Cubs and Blue Jays. Yeah, I had Phillies, Yankees, believe it or not. I had that since the very beginning, and I went ahead and kept it. But I don't think that's going to happen, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Now I think it's the winner of this series. I don't know the AL. I really couldn't tell you. 0-2 count to PCA. Quintana looks back and fires. Checks his swing in the dirt. Appealing. Oh, and he's out. Oh, and PCA can't believe it. Oh, and Council's coming out. Oh, I didn't think he went myself. Oh, and he is so angry. Oh, he is angry. He's saying a lot of things that I can't say on camera. I could, but believe it or not, I'm not. Let's check the replay. Holds. Wow. Oh, my goodness. He did not go, folks. Oh, that is a horrible call by the third base umpire. That is one of the worst appeals. It actually is the worst appeal I've ever seen as Quintana sets, kicks, and deals. That is in there for a called strike. This is Dansby Swanson at the plate. The Cubs fans are irate. They are angry. They are mad. I said the same word just in 3 different forms to make me seem a little bit more intelligent than I am, as Swanson is 3 for 17 this series. Quintana sets. Looks back at second, kicks and deals. That is going to be low, and it's 1-1. You don't mind the Phillies. Yeah, Philly. Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous city now. 1-1 count to Dansby. Once again, runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Quintana looks back at second. Looks back again and fires. That is upstairs, and it's 2-1. These dang commercials. I don't know how you guys put up with them. Jeez. Skip. That's what I would be doing. 2-1 as Quintana delivers. That is outside, and it's 3-1. Cubs fans looking a little bit more happy. PCA was just not happy. Trying to stay positive. 3-1 count. Quintana sets. Cubs fans are clapping. They're loud. Here's the pitch. Grounder to short. Ortiz has it. Throws to first for out number 3. We head to the top of the 4th. And the Cubs still on top 4-1. Very questionable call. You'll probably, if you guys have any sorts of media, social media, you'll definitely hear about it later. That was a very bad appeal down to third. That was bad. Put up with commercials because we have people like you to keep us. Oh yeah, for sure. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like the if you like MLB, if you like the NFL and college football, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. So hopefully that sounds good to you. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, again, I do appreciate you guys clicking on the live stream. Just giving me a chance to call this game for you because I know there's a lot of competition out there. Because all the creators for all the different teams now, they're calling the select few. I believe this is the only one on at the moment now because the Blue Jays Yankees, that starts, I guess, in about 30 minutes or so. But yeah, again, I do appreciate you guys. Again, just give me a chance. Hopefully, if you do like what you hear, to like and subscribe. It's free, folks. If you didn't know that, I promise you will not have to pay me a dime to do so. I promise. No bill will be sent. It's fast and free and easy to do. We got one in this game. RC, you should know by now. I don't comment on games I'm calling. I don't do it. Unless it's a Steelers game, then I will comment. Steelers and Pirates. If I'm a fan of the team, then I will comment. But yeah, no, I stay neutral. I'm a broadcaster. If you want analyst Dr. Delay, well, I don't have a baseball thing I do. I actually don't have a football thing I do anymore either. That's GG's there. But I don't know. I'll one day you'll hear my opinions, and you probably won't like them. If someone beats your team, you'll be a little salty. I understand. I totally get it. I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty level head. Unless they were playing dirty or, like bad calls, then I'll have those negative feelings. But, when it comes to the Steelers, I mean, usually the Steelers are beating themselves and they don't deserve to win. So that's where that comes in. When it comes to baseball, the Pirates they're always bad, so it doesn't really matter. And I guess that's pretty much it. This is William Contreras at the plate. He's 5 for 10 this postseason, batting .500, OPS of 1,400. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1 homer and 2 RBIs so far this postseason. He's 1 for 1 today, and that was a single. The 0-1, that's a chopper, and that's going foul. And it's 0-2. JJ, you're still here. I don't know if you're still here or not. May the best man win or lose. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's pretty much what it is. I'm just calling a game. Here's the 0-2. That's a check swing. Did he go? And he did not go. And, of course, the Cubs fan's going to boo based on what just happened earlier. The 1-2. That is outside, and it's 2-2. Watch any hockey games yesterday? No, I did not. What was I doing? I was covering Yankees Blue Jays. That's right. Yeah, I was covering Yankees Blue Jays. Happy the Penguins won. As here's the 2-2. That is outside, and it's 3-2. Been good to see ya. Been pulling for the Cubs. Yeah, no, they're looking good. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that'll bring up Sal Frelick. Frelick is 1 for 8. It's batting 125, OPS of 325. Tyone delivers. That's going to be in the dirt. And it's 1-0 again. If you're just tuning in, folks, the Cubs are leading 4-1 over the Brewers here in the top of the fourth. The Brewers, of course, at the plate because they are the visiting team. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch, that is outside, and it's 2-0. I think I feel bad there. I think I've been getting a little bit lazier when it comes to announcing what's been happening. I need to do that every few minutes. So that's on me because I do forget. Yeah, again, there's a lot of people that are away, and they won't be able to see what's happening. 2-1 count as that's in there for a called strike. So I got to get a little bit better there. Frelick knocked in the only run of the game earlier. Here's the 2-1. That's a grounder. That's going to get past the diving Shaw for a base hit. So Frelick trying to get things going for the Brewers. That'll bring up Caleb Durbin. It's batting 125, OPS of 347. So 1 out, runner on first for Caleb Durbin as Tyone will set. And he delivers. That is outside, and it's 1-0. Durbin 0 for 1. Flew out earlier. Tyone at 63 pitches. Here's the 1-0. That is inside, and it's 2-0. 92 on the fastball. Two and 0. Tyone comes to a set and fires. Durbin sends this to right, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And Frelick is going to stop at second. So now there's runners at first and second with just 1 out. That'll bring up Jake Bowers, who's 0 for 1 today. Again, what do the Brewers do when they get base runners? They tend to knock some in. That's what they do. They take advantage like no team I've ever seen before. Can the Cubs prevent that from happening? Tyone sets. Looks back and fires. That is outside, and it's 1-0 to the lefty Jake Bowers. Regular season batted 235, OPS of 752, 7 homers, and 52 RBIs. Tyone looks back, and he fires. That is outside. And it's 2-0. Ben pulling for the Brewers. Again, thank you for stopping in, Ben. 2-0. Tyone comes to a set. Looks back. And fires. Bowers sends this back. That'll become a... Well, actually, it's not going to become a souvenir. That didn't quite get into the crowd. Play a good game. Leave it all on the field. Oh, yeah. Right now, the Cubs are doing that. So far, it's been a good one. 2-1. The Brewers trying to cut into this lead. Tyone looks back and fires. Breaking ball, that is in there on the outside corner for a called strike. 79 on the breaking ball, just slow like a balloon. Most breaking balls now in the 80s, mid-80s now. 2-2 count as the Cubs fans rise to their feet. Tyone delivers. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. You make occasional bets if you're interested. List the legs of the most ridiculous. I make. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, hey, you can announce them. I'm good. I don't bet myself. That's funny because your name is Duke, and there's another guy in here, Steve Duke, and he bets all the time. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be low for ball 3, so I guess it's a Duke thing. I'm not too sure. Denzel will Priester pitch again. Not in this one. Nope. He's been done. He's done. He cannot come back in. It's like soccer. You come out, you're done. Baseball and soccer. The same sport, pretty much, except for everything else. The 3-2. And Bowers hits this, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Frelick is rounding third, heading for home. He's going to score, throw to third. He is safe. And the Brewers cut the lead to 2. Bowers comes through with an RBI single. Gambling, this guy. Hammer. Oh yeah, I've never seen Hammer announce anything in the chat about betting. Never in my life. There's now again runners on the corners for the Brewers with just 1 out. Lockridge coming to the plate. He's making his first start in the postseason. This pretty much just in his career. Looking to again, he's the one that had the 13 pitch at bat in his last appearance. Now I don't know if they're having a little mound visit here because I don't know. They're showing everything but the games. That usually implies that's the case. They have not announced it, so I do apologize. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe. Again, I know there's a lot of competition out there for your attention because everyone is calling this game right now. So again, make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoy what you're listening to, I try that traditional style radio broadcast. If you like what you're listening to, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play. As Tyone sets, as he faces Lockridge, here's the pitch showing, but it is down, and it's a squeeze. Oh, and the runner's caught in between. Durbin is in a rundown. Durbin's going to take off to the plate. He's still in a rundown. Durbin is going to fall. He's rolling around, tumbling around. He's out. The squeeze did not work, but there are now runners on second and third. Bush was crowding in. He kind of saw it. Good stuff on Bush. He ran it the entire way. Ortiz has come to the plate, though. He's 2 for 7. Jays, Yankees. Hello, how are you? I'm doing all right, Eric. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Accidentally hits. Oh, you're good. You're good, Duke. It's no biggie. You're good, man. Wendy loves it. Go Cubs. Brewers again with runners on second and third here in the top of the fourth with 2 outs. This is Joey Ortiz. He's their number 9 hitter. He's known more for his glove than his bat, but can he come through here? Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Eric, of course, pulling for the Brew Crew. A lot of Brewers subscribers to the channel. I've seen a lot of Cubs fans, of course, subscribe as well in the final month of the regular season. Here's the 0-1. That is going to be a chopper to third. Shaw has it, throws to first for out number 2. The Brewers, though, do score once, so it is now 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the style that I have here today, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. They are completely free. You do not have to pay a dime to do that. So you hit that button. You hit the subscribe button if you haven't, of course, already. And, yeah, subscribe to the channel because it's a growing channel, folks. So, yeah, definitely do so. Let me go ahead and get this commercial off there again. I don't want MLB to copyright strike me. That's an actual thing. They're thinking I really want them to show off that commercial, I guess. It's ridiculous. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really trying to steal this content from you guys. Rather than see it as an ad to push more of your MLB shop, nope, let's go ahead and punish the small-time guy. Thank you. So yes, I'm beefing with MLB right now, technically. But I'll still call their games, of course. So yeah, no, again, if you like the MLB, NFL, and college football, make sure, again, to like and subscribe because this is a sports channel. And if you're a sports guy or gal, then hey, there you go. This is a sports channel. Look at that. Look at that. We all win. I get more subs, you get more sports. There you go. And of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. That's pretty much it. Again, we do have a poll up, so feel free to vote in that. The Cubs staying alive for Game 4 is what's leading currently. 53% of you guys have selected that option. 47% selected a Brewers sweep. Again, it's still plenty of baseball left, folks. So, either way. Dr. Lay's going to root for the Packers when we play the Steelers. That's really funny. I don't think so. I don't think so. But I am looking forward to that game, though. Looking forward to that game. That's at the end of the month, I believe. That's week 8, I think. Week 8. Yep, week 8. So we play the Browns, Bengals, and then we have the Packers. This Sunday, I can tell you I'm covering Jets, Broncos, Jets, and then the Browns, Steelers. Don't really know the other game. We'll see. I was doing polls, but then I kind of stopped doing that. I don't know. It's kind of on me. My bad. But trying to pick games that might not have as much competition. I don't know. Might go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I can tell you those are the two I'm definitely doing. Matt Shaw will be up at the plate. He's 0 for 10, but again, he's walked plenty of times. So, I mean, he gets on base, just maybe not in the form of a hit. Billy Bean would love this guy. As Quintana sets and fires. Showing bunt, pulls back. That's in there for a call. Strike 91 on the fastball. Browns are sneaky. Oh yeah, I'm not guaranteeing victory at all, DS. I think it's going to be like a 17-13 game. And I hope the Steelers have the 17 as that's going to be chopped foul. So now I'm not guaranteeing victory at all. I could easily see us losing. Easily see us losing. I'd love for us to win. We should win. But I can easily see us losing that one. 0-2 count to Matt Shaw. Packers are just 1-0 against the Steelers in the Super Bowl. Unless you're telling the future. I don't think that's the future that we will be living in. 0-2. That's a ground ball up the middle. Terang has it. Throws to first. What a play by Terang. Good stuff. Some pretty good defending there. Brewers have a really good middle infield when it comes to defense. One with Rogers, one without. No, I don't think so. I think Rogers, if they go this year, I think Rogers evens that to 1-1. He'll have won both of those games. Quintana sets and fires. And Bush sends this to left. Chorio makes the catch next to the foul wall out there and left for out number 2. So very quickly, 2 outs. And that'll bring up Nico Horner, who is batting .381, OPS of .935, 1 homer, and 2 RBIs. What in the world? That was weird. All right, again, this is Nico Horner. He's 1 for 2 on the day. As Quintana delivers, that is outside, but it's called a strike. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's 4-2. Cubs leading the Brewers here in the bottom of the fourth. Comes at the plate, 2 outs, nobody on. 0-1 count to Nico Horner, and all he does is just hit. He gets on base. Quintana delivers the 0-1, and that is outside, and it's a 1-1. 86 on the changeup. Quintana sets and fires. Check the swing. Did he go? He did not. And it's 2-1 to Nico. Very quickly, already 2 outs here for the Cubs. It was a long first inning, folks, so maybe they're just trying to balance it out here. I'm not too sure. Here's the 2-1, and that's going to be outside, and it's 3-1. Contreras like the pitch. Tucker is on deck. Quintana sets on the 3-1. As he delivers, that's a chopper up the middle. Terang is there and throws to first for out number 3. Very quickly, the Cubs go down, so we head to the top of the 5th, where the Brewers lead the Cubs. Or pardon me, Cubs lead the Brewers 4-2. Pardon me about that. Cubs leading the Brewers 4-2. Folks, again, if you tolerate some mistakes every now and then and like the play-by-play that I offer, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Also, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many of the comments as I can. So definitely, don't be shy unless you want to be. That's okay. That is okay. Just chat baseball, football, whatever it is you want to chat about. But that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say, but yeah, no, again, if you do enjoy the style here, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, it's a growing channel. Just at the end of July, we're at 343 on the sub count. Now we're over 1340, so pretty much 1,000 subs in the last 2 months. 2 months and a week. So again, we are a growing channel on the rise. So yeah, make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. If the Cubs win today, I can confirm I will be back tomorrow night to cover Game 4, because I believe that is happening in the evening time, correct? Yes, okay, so I'll be back tomorrow night to cover Brewers and the Cubs. So again, I will forego Thursday night football to cover this, as for the most part, I don't want to say all the time, but postseason baseball will pretty much take priority over football. The only time it wouldn't is pretty much on Sundays, but even then, usually those are at night, so I can just forego the Sunday night game unless they play on October 26th. They do not, so that's good. All's good there. So yeah, for the most part, I'll be able to cover pretty much most of the games. Again, I'm on here 6 days a week, folks. So yeah, no, again, it's not like I'm gonna take your sub and run away and never stream again. Like, what's the point of that? No, you'll be subbing to a sports channel that is on the rise. So again, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And again, feel free to chat down below. Feel free to vote in the poll. Right now, 53% of you guys have the Cubs winning today, 47%. Make it 54% to 50 to 46. There's more votes coming in, but yeah. Feel free to vote there. Feel free to chat away. Or feel free to listen. Looks like we have a new pitcher, so it's Drew Pomerantz. He's a lefty. He'll be replacing Tyone. As here's the pitch. Yelich sends this to left. That's going to be a foul ball. Pomerantz in the regular season has a 2.17 ERA, so he's been very good out of the pen this year. Whip of a 1.07. 57 strikeouts in 49 innings, as that's going to be upstairs, and it's a 1-1. Pomerantz was a long time starter, but has found success in the pen. 1-1 count. Pomerantz delivers. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. I'll be doing the NFL tomorrow. That's okay. Well, hey, we'll see. We'll see. 1-2 count. Pomerantz delivers. That's going to be sent, and that's going to go foul. Oh, man. All right, what do we got here, Duke? What is your parlay here? Brewers W, Guerrero home run, Clement hit, Varsho hit, Judge. Okay, well, hold on. I put up the fingers, then I stopped doing it. Give me a sec here on the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Grounder to short. Swanson has it, throws to first for out number 1. All right, let me go and click on Chourio. Chourio's 0 for 2 on the night. It's batting .556 in the postseason, OPS of 1556. Okay. Brewers W, Guerrero home run, Clement hit, Varsho hit, Judge hit, Bellinger hit, Goldschmidt hit, Jays W, Hernandez hit, Dodgers W, Scattaboo, 50-yard rush. Here's the pitch that is upstairs, ball 1. Devontae Smith, rushing and receiving, I guess. Devontae Smith receiving. Hurts, 25. So that's 13 if I didn't confuse myself here. Here's the 1-0. That's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jeez, well, good luck. That's all I got to say about that. Good luck, Duke. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 to Jackson Chourio. That was a knuckle curve. Again, if you're just tuning in, the Brewers trailing the Cubs. Brewers have just been pretty much on top the entire series. As here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pomerantz showing a lot of confidence there. Chourio's now 0 for 3 on the night. That'll bring up Bryce Terang, who's batting .200. OPS of .573. No homers, 1 RBI. In the postseason. Again, top of the 5th. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 1. One and 0 count to Bryce Terang, who's 0 for 1 with the walk. Pomerantz kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Pomerantz sets and fires. And he sends this back, and that will be a foul ball. The Cubs fans are rising to their feet on the 1-2 count. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball, and it's a low. And the count is 2-2. Two and two. Pomerantz kicks and deals. That's a tapper, and that's behind everybody. And he'll see another. It's 2-2. Cubs fans, they are all standing. Again, the Cubs fans been very animated. Really, every single playoff game has seen a lot of animated fans. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Cubs leading the Brewers 4-2 in this one. And I believe now the Blue Jays game is still not happening yet. Blue Jays, Yankees. Apparently my computer is froze. That's not good. Game day isn't responding. Okay, well, let me go ahead and let's get out of here. You want to be like this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out and putting up with these technical difficulties. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. This is What I Do, I Call Games. So, again, if you like the MLB, if you like the NFL, if you like college football, make sure to like and subscribe because this is a growing channel, folks. So, again, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, just 2 months ago, at the end of July, pretty much, well, so like 2 months and a week, just at 343. Now, again, we're over 1,300 because this is trending in the right direction. Hopefully, you can see why, and hopefully you like and subscribe. Again, it's fast and free and easy to do. Of course, feel free to chat away, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. The hockey isn't starting yet. And, of course, the Tigers, if you didn't know, they defeated the Mariners 9-3. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much football or not much sports happening, really. Calling Eagles Giants. I will not. If the Cubs win, then I will not be doing that. Then I will be prioritizing Cubs Brewers. If the Brewers win, then yes, I can call Eagles Giants. It's Brockmeyer. I've never heard of Brockmeyer. I don't even know what that is. No idea what that is. I am not one with pop culture, so I do apologize. But yeah, I don't really keep up with current TV shows or current movies or current anything, really. I don't know. I'm pretty much, I don't really watch much. I watch a lot of YouTube now. If I watch anything, it's YouTube. That is pretty much it. I don't really watch much else. Sports stuff. I like sports. So, yeah, I know I'm a pretty boring guy when it comes to all that stuff, when it comes to pop culture knowledge. That'll bring up Kyle Tucker as I awkwardly shift away. 3 for 18 in the series, or pardon me, in the postseason. Here's the pitch. That's going to be yanked to right, and that is going foul. 0-1 count to Kyle Tucker again. If you're just joining us here in the bottom of the 5th, the Cubs leading 4-2 over the Brewers. 0-1, here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. That was on the outside corner. Let's see here. 0-2 count. Quintana. He sets. And he fires. Grounder. And that's going to get through both the second baseman and the shortstop for a base hit. Both of them were pretty much right there, but couldn't locate that. What the heck was that? That was really weird. Seiya Suzuki coming to the plate. Spending 250, OPS of 986. 2 homers, 4 RBIs. You got to watch it. Hank Azaria is a booth announcer for a Graffitine has a shot at getting back. Oh, really? Okay, that sounds neat. Hank Azaria is pretty good. He's pretty funny. Oh, geez, yeah, more Duke. Looks like Quintana is done, so they're going to go to the pen. This might be the first pitcher that the Brewers make, they bring in, that doesn't have a Pirates connection, so that is interesting. This is Grant Anderson. Yeah, there's no... To my knowledge, he never played for the Pirates. Watch him be drafted by the Pirates. Nope, drafted by the Mariners. Yep, never played for the Pirates. That's what I thought. Okay, first non-Pirate pitching today for the Brewers. 2-6 in the regular season, 3.23 ERA. All right, let me see here what we got. What do we got? We have Johnson, 25 receiving yards. Barkley, touchdown. Eagles, -6.5. Capitals, W. Golden Knights, W. Bruins, W. Panthers, W. Hurricanes, W. Avalanche, W. Dressati, I'm assuming that's a goal. Oilers, wing, I'm assuming. I know Crosby, +1.5. I don't know what +1.5 would be. I guess 1.5 goals and assist. Thompson, goal. Sabres W. Man, that's a lot of stuff here. Duke, again, I wish you nothing but the best. James, Chris says YouTube. Yeah, that was great. A lot of stuff on YouTube. A lot of cool stuff on there, of course. Hey, I'm on YouTube. Wagered 11 cents, return 1.6 million. Jeez. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I would expect a big return there if all that stuff hits. Good luck. I'm definitely pulling for you. That's life-changing money, of course. All right, we're back. Seiya Suzuki is at the plate with the runner at first. Again, tomorrow, these two teams would play. Interestingly enough, they would be the later game. The Dodgers would play at 6 Eastern. This game would be at 9 Eastern for some reason. I couldn't tell you why, but that's the case. That's the reality that we potentially could face. Grant Anderson, the new Brewers pitcher, 3.23 ERA in the regular season, was 2-6. As Anderson sets and fires, that is inside for ball one. Again, there's a runner on at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Suzuki is 1 for 2 on the day. As Anderson sets and fires, that is way outside, handled well by Contreras, and it's 2-0. Cubs fans getting a little bit louder here as they have a good feeling, I guess, about this inning. 2-0. Anderson sets. Rocks and fires. That is upstairs, but it's called a strike. And it's 2-1. That one was well upstairs. Suzuki couldn't believe it. 2-1. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Two and 2 is the count to Seiya Suzuki. Anderson delivers. That is way outside. Geez, Contreras doing a great job here of keeping it in front of him. 2 potential pass balls there could have put the runner at third by now, just in this at bat. The count is 3-2. Anderson sets and fires. That is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That'll bring up Ian Happ. He's batting 105 this postseason. OPS of 506. 1 homer, 1 RBI. Runner at first, 1 out. Cubs, again, they're leading 4-2. Anderson delivers. That's going to be a check swing. That is inside for 1-0. One and 0 count. Anderson sets. Oh, we got a guy cut off at a rundown, and he is out. Tucker was leading too much. Counsel trying to see if, he's trying to appeal. For us sound like JJ. I sound like Delay. I love JJ, of course, but hey, I sound like... Now, if I really wanted to, I could really sound like JJ as I would push the voice out towards the face as that's going to be swung on and popped up. That is more JJ right there. ETK Lil J. See, that's JJ. This is Delay. There's a difference. Appreciate it, though. Appreciate it. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be sent to right. And that is going to be foul. That's it. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. See, Yeah, I would just have to move the voice up towards the face, Me, I kind of use the throat. Now, I should use the chest. This requires a lot more energy, and I just don't have it. Now, if I'm getting paid millions of dollars to do this, then you get this voice. But, folks, this is just too much. This is just too much. I can't maintain this. It's way too hard. 1-2 count. Anderson fires. That is inside, and it's 2-2. Yeah, that's just too much. I can't do it. Yeah, you're good, man. Appreciate it. You're good. Don't I say, oh no, Duke, I mean again, we're both. I mean, hey, we're buddy, man. We're cool. We're cool. JJ, he's awesome. He's been very supportive of the channel. JJ has been very supportive. He was in here earlier as well. I know he's prepping for the game tonight. Probably eating some dinner as well. He was covering Tigers and Mariners earlier. The 2-2, that's going to be called strike 3. He struck him out. Anderson showing a lot of emotion there. We head to the top of the 6th. The Cubs leading 4-2 over the Brewers. That's right here. Oh, that's awesome. Again, JJ's a legend, man. That's what I'm saying. JJ's been very supportive of the channel. He really has been. So, again, folks, let me go ahead and first off, thank you. I don't know if JJ's on here. Let's go ahead. Folks, make sure, if you haven't done so already, click that link. That'll take you to that guy. That guy is really good when it comes to calling games. Make sure to like and subscribe, or subscribe over there, and of course come back here. And if you haven't done so, make sure to like and subscribe here, because again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like MLB, if you're a baseball fan, if you're a football fan, you're subscribing to this channel because many of your fellow baseball and football fans have already done that. It is a growing channel, folks. So make sure to hit that subscribe button today. It's fast, free, and easy to do, folks. It's free. Nothing will be charged to your account. Nothing, I promise. Sound like Howard Cosell? Yeah, I don't know. Howard Cosell, I've heard him a little bit. I don't think I could really. He has that. He has like that older. I forgot what that's the. Like that. I forgot what it's called, but there's that accent they use like in the 50s, 60s. So I don't know. I can't really think of it. Anyway, but yeah, no, I appreciate it. I don't think I don't know. I'd have to listen to him some more. Maybe after stream, I'll just listen to him for a little bit. You just sub. Thank you, ETK. You're a legend, man. Appreciate it. Angel pulling for the Brewers. Good to see you, Angel. But yes, folks, again, if you haven't done so, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. Thank you for broadcasting. Oh, yeah, no problem. Again, thank you guys. Again, I've gotten a lot of support from the Brewers fans. Cubs fans a little bit later in the season. But, yeah, no, I mean, this is my thank you for subscribing for the Brewers fans. Trying to cover as many Brewers games as I can. And, of course, again, I got a lot of Cubs fans later down the road as well. So, again, pretty much, when I was doing the NL wild card, again, I try to do every Cubs game. I think I missed the first one, Cubs Padres. Missed the first one. I got the last two in. And, of course, I'm like literally, again, every single game this series I plan on doing. That is a for sure thing. So far, so good. This is Contreras as he takes a pitch inside for ball one. Daniel Palencia now, again, he's been pretty good. Every time I watch him pitch, he's been pretty solid. Except for I guess the last time. So he's looking for a bounce back performance, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. It's 1-1 to William Contreras. Again, we're in the top of the 6th. The Cubs leading the Brewers 4-2 with nobody out. Palencia kicks and deals. That is upstairs, and it's 2-1. Took Yankees, Cubs, Dodgers on the money line. Raul going with the teams that would probably be not received well by the average fan. Raul is a heel, I guess. That's going to be outside 3-1. But hey, those are probably the teams. Right now, of course, the Cubs leading. I think most people weren't expecting a sweep. So yeah, Cubs, well, they're due. The Yankees again. A lot of people thought they would beat the Blue Jays. So that's the wise choice there. That's going to be chopped to short. Swanson has it, throws to first for out number 1. And of course, with the Dodgers, the Phillies, they've been struggling. I can definitely see it. I'm pulling for the Phillies, of course, but I don't know. They need to get it together. I don't know what they're doing. Frelick is coming to the plate. He's batting .222 this postseason. OPS of .495. No homers, 1 RBI. Frelick 1 for 1, has a sacrifice fly as well, and came across the score, as that's going to be inside for ball 1. So he's knocked in a run, and he's scored the other. So he's been very productive today for the Brewers, and they're going to need him here again. They're trailing 4-2. Still got some innings to go, but if they want a chance to get the sweep here, they need to get it going now. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. It's 1-1 to Sal Frelick. 1-1. Palencia sets. And he fires. That's going to be chopped, and that's going foul. Yamamoto pitching tonight as well. Oh, yeah, no, he's good. That is not good for the Phillies. Oh, yeah. Yamamoto is really good. Dodgers pretty much just have great pitching. They really do. Here's the 1-2. That is way inside, 100 miles per hour. Frelick had to get out of the way there. The count is 2-2 to Sal Frelick. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th. Palencia sets. Kicks and deals. That is a grounder to third. Shaw has it, throws over to first. Oh, that was close. He got him. That'll bring up Caleb Durbin. Durbin batting .222 this postseason. OPS of .522. No homers, 2 RBIs. That was really close. As Durbin finally steps back in. Okay, we're just making sure we're good. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 100 right down the middle. Dodgers, yeah, if they sweep the Phillies, that would be quite the statement indeed. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be just upstairs. Cubs fans wanted the call, but no, that was indeed the correct one. It's 1-1. One and one. Palencia fires. That is a swing and a miss. Trying to hold up, but he committed. A breaking ball in the dirt, and the Cubs fans once again rising, getting on their feet. They are clapping. They are hollering, rallying behind Palencia. The off-brand terrible towels being waved. The 1-2. That is outside. Slider, 2-2. Do you guys in chat believe we should have a thing where we can kick out umpires and get replacements? I actually don't believe that, as that's going to be sent to right. Suzuki is there to make the catch for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Cubs leading 4-2 over the Brewers. Young is pulling for the Brewers ump injection. Yeah, you would think so, but again, I'm actually one of the few people that I don't like that. I don't like And I don't know, I'm sure you guys will probably disagree. I know you guys will, because I'm one of the few people, and there are people that do agree with me, but it's just a few. But I don't like the OBS system. I don't like the challenge system. I think bad calls, I know it's horrible. It's going to be like, why are you saying this? Bad calls are actually good for the game. I mean, maybe not good for the game, but good for us. Good for the viewer. And if you want me to elaborate, I can go ahead and do that, but someone has to ask why. If you don't care, you don't care. But that is my take. I actually think that's fine. Again, if you want to know the reasoning, I can explain. But folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, this is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like MLB, if you like NFL, if you like college football, this is what I do. I call games. We're a growing channel. We're rising fast. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe, because many of your fellow sports fans already have. And, yeah, definitely subscribe, because we are growing. Again, I'm on here 6 of the 7 days a week. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe. We're all going with the Cubs. The issue is with the umpires don't get punished. Oh, I completely agree with that part. I completely agree. Yes, the umpires should be. No, after the game, completely agree. They should be fined. They should be, there should be consequences for bad calls. Completely agree. But during the, I don't like the stuff happening that's going to impact it during the game. No, it's not good, because in Japan, if you had one bad call, they make the catcher move and they hit you. Oh, wow. Geez, yeah, I don't know about all that in Japan, but if you eject an ump, there's no guarantee his replacement will be any better. That's a good way. That's a good way to look at it, bud. Appreciate it. Appreciate your comments. But yeah, no, that's a good point. But no, I don't like all the changes that are coming. I think that's going to hurt it. I think that'll hurt the game. It really will. You'll be like, how? Well, again, I can explain, but no one cares. And that's okay. Carson Kelly going to be coming to the plates. It's batting .222, OPS of .689, 1 homer, 1 RBI. There we go, dude. Guess why? Okay, good. You whine and complain him up a little bit, people will ask. Okay, let me explain. So, you know that feeling we all have when we see an atrocious call? Everyone is on social media. We're all sending each other like the clip of, oh my gosh, that was like a foot outside, and he called it a strike. Strike 3, end of the game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a call strike. It's 0-1 to Carson Kelly at the plate. So that would be pretty much eliminated. We would all, again, unite against that. Like, oh my gosh, that was a horrible call. Like, why in the world? Like, that's unbelievable. That stuff would go away. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside. It's 1-1. I know it's kind of a lame reason, but that's one of the few times that we, as humans, can kind of all unite together against that, the foe. And again, I just also don't like how, as here's the 1-1, that's going to be outside 2-1. And I see this, I don't want to say much about, because I know there's a lot of people that sports bet and all that stuff. But sports betting has impacted the game. Analytics has impacted the game. And that's another reason why I think those changes are being made, is because of those reasons. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. I don't mind if the game isn't perfect, because we as people and as humans, and I'm trying to go a little deep here, not really, but we're not perfect. So why are we trying to make everything so perfect? The game is perfect as it is. There's no reason to ruin it. And again, you see all these rule changes people don't like, and I don't know. I think everything's being ruined slowly but surely, as that's going to be popped up. And looks like Terang is going to make the catch. I just think this is another thing that's going to, I think, in the end, we may realize, man, we kind of had it good. You don't have to get everything perfect. In the NFL, we don't have to have domes. Everyone's playing 70 degrees, same weather, same everything. No. Have a little bit of uniqueness. Soon we're going to, I guarantee you, well, you know what? I don't like that big wall out there. It's only 300 feet. Why is Yankee Stadium only like this? Why in Colorado we're going to make sure every diamond is going to be dimensioned the same, at the same level? I guarantee you we'll see it someday, as that's going to be low for ball 1, and I just think that's wrong. I think that is trending. I think we're all just trying to make everything uniformed and equal. And I don't like it. So I think that's just a symptom of what could eventually happen, as that's going to be upstairs 2-0. Sorry for the rant, but yeah, I don't like it. I think that, again, is a step forward toward that in the future. 2-0 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike showing bunt, pulls it back. So, again, if you guys have any thoughts on that, that's fine. Again, you feel free to disagree. That's okay. Again, we're all human. We're going to disagree on things. 2-1 count. Anderson delivers. That's going to be popped up, and that's going out of play. Umpires have been thinking their job's been too far along. Feel bad for the coaches. Sometimes get fired. No, that's completely fair. Again, I think, because of the bad calls, umpires should be fined. I'm not disagreeing with you there. Umpires aren't getting kicked out. They have a union. Again, they should have their paycheck, though. I do think they should be fined for bad calls. No one complains about, no, I've never heard of that. Again, though, I just don't think that's going to be a problem. Kerr Armstrong sends this to right, and Frelick makes the catch for out number 2. Kerr Armstrong really upset. He missed that one. That'll bring up Dansby Swanson, 3 for 18. That's a pretty fair take. Well, thank you. Thank you. Again, I know I might not receive a lot of positive for that, but I don't know. I just think it could trend or take the game of baseball where it shouldn't go. But this is just sports in general. Again, Dansby Swanson at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's a big swing and a miss, and it's strike 1. Swanson batting 167, OPS of 472 this postseason. I get it. Sparks controversy and conversation, kind of like someone making a rage bait play. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be low for 1-1. Yeah, you can't trust Facebook. Facebook is a... Facebook, nothing but lies on there, pretty much. The 1-1, that's going to be yanked to the left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Swanson is going to have to hold up at first. So a 2-out single for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, if you're just joining us, the Cubs leading 4-2 over the Brewers. 2 outs, man on at first. That'll bring up Matt Shaw, who is 0 for 11, but he has walked a few times in the postseason. So he's looking for his first hit in the playoffs. Looks like there is a mound visit here. Pitching coach having a conversation here with Anderson. Luis Robert Jr. is one of the players that got it affected by bad umpiring. It's nice at everything. I guess I'm lost here. I guess it's Robert, not Robert. All right, pitching coach will exit there. Again, there's a runner at first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Shaw's 0 for 2. Of course, again, like I said, he's looking for his not only the first hit of the ball game, but the first hit in the postseason. Anderson sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh and 1. Anderson sets. Kicks and deals, showing bunt. That is way outside. Anderson just pulled that one again. Anderson has been kind of wild for the most part. Doing this mic here. So awkward, this mic just standing here. I feel restricted. I don't know. 1-1. Anderson sets and fires. That's going to be popped up, and that is going foul. Greater sales? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I like things that are unique. Uncle gets his news from Facebook. That's unfortunate. Facebook to me is only for like friends. I don't really follow anything else. That's Twitter and Instagram are the other things. Like that's what other stuff you can get your news from. Not really Facebook, because that's going to be outside 2 and 2, and of course the internet as well. But yeah, Facebook should only be for like, hey, liking friends' pictures and all that stuff. That is literally it. I don't friends and family. I don't get any of the news. It's all garbage. That's going to be upstairs. Did he go on the check swing? He did not. And the count is 3-2 to Shaw. Again, Shaw looking for his first hit. But, of course, he's walked plenty of times this postseason. Runner on first with 2 outs. Anderson shaking his head. He's going to step off. Cubs fans probably going to boo there. That's totally fair, Taterhead, as that's going to be popped up. Contreras can't find it. Now he steps under it. Oh, and he makes the catch. Oh, did he fool everybody or what? Oh, my goodness. We head to the top of the 7th. The Cubs, of course, still leading 4-2 over the Brewers. Let's see here. The NHL referee admitted he was trying to help a team win. Was Tim Peel a referee named banned from the league in 2021? How am I going to want to? Oh, yeah, that's completely fair. I understand. But again, that's on the NHL for, they should make sure he has no ties to anybody. They should make sure that they're not gambling. But I just think completely making everything perfect is not. I don't know. I just don't like that. That's just me. Be nice. I mean, obviously we're happy when they call a perfect game, of course, but it's just one of those few times when you see a horrible call, like again that Padres-Cubs game. Bogarts struck out. Looking, that pitch was way outside. It could have impacted the entire game. Again, 2 hit batters, I believe, happened next or whatever. You never know. You never know how it could have went. We all talked about it. That would go away. It's one of the few things, again, we could unite on is bad officiating. That's going to go away. And again, I think that just changing it, making it perfect, things would change in baseball. Everything has to be perfect. Everybody has to use the same bat. Everybody would have to use just everything. Again, like the ballparks. Oh, you know what? Again, like that, the dimensions of the ballparks are all going to have to be equal now because this place, it's much easier to hit home runs than this place. So we got to change that. Again, I think that would happen. You think I'm crazy? Well, a lot of things have changed over the decades of, whatever, just in general. So that's just me. Again, I think, I don't know. I just think it's trending in a way that we shouldn't like it. But again, people, disagree. I disagree. That's okay. You can disagree with me as well. Due up for the Brewers will be Bowers, Lockridge, and Ortiz. Again, folks, if you like MLB, if you like NFL, if you like college football, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like sports, if you're a sports fan, make sure to subscribe and, join your fellow sports fans that have already subscribed because, again, this is a growing channel. Yeah, I know. It's bad. No, I completely agree, Callie. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about the bad call. Oh, yeah, no, the Padres didn't hit. They didn't deserve to win. Kittredge kicks and deals. That's going to be sent to left at the Ivy, and that one is out of here. Jake Bowers makes it a 1-run game. Opposite field home run, and it's now 4-3. Well, that escalated quickly. The Cubs fans are silent. Of course, the Cubs threw the baseball out on the field. They didn't like it. Isaac Collins pinch hitting for Lockridge. First pitch he saw, he just sent that out of here. That's wow. I don't know what's happening, but I think there's like just a mound visit or something because there's just a long delay now. I don't know. I guess we're just going to hang out, folks. Once again, folks, if you do like what you hear, make sure, again, to like and subscribe because I have no idea what's going on. All right, Kittredge is back. He's set. There we go. We're back. We're going to play some baseball now. As here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. Collins hasn't really had many appearances or at-bats this postseason. He's 0 for 2. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs, and it's 2-0. Angel likes it. Too bad the Brewers had a dumb bunt. Yeah, that was a bummer. That was a bummer for the Brewers. But again, plenty of baseball left. 2-0 count. Kittredge delivers. That is outside, and it's 3-0. Three and 0 counts. Kittredge sets and fires. That's in there for a called strike. 3-1. Kittredge rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike, and it's 3-2. 3-2 count. Cubs fans rising to their feet. Again, if you're just joining us, the Cubs leading the Brewers 4-3 in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A ball in the dirt. He struck him out. We have another pinch hitter. This is Blake Perkins coming to the plate as TBS is having technical difficulties. Now they're not going to show that replay. Thank you. Let's see here again. I have to check on the phone for the comment section because some other things happening over here. Brewers lucky that the umpire at third base. Oh yeah, no, that was a bad call. But yeah, that's something we'll be able to talk about for days. Like back and forth between the players and umps. Oh yeah, no, that's fun. Oh yeah, 100%. Again, that would go away. That would go away. I mean, that would be, that's like most of our. I mean, baseball's not really a physical sport, but that's most of our physicality. As here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball one, so we'll have to rely on the players like fighting each other, which that doesn't happen often. Again, I like seeing that. I love it when umpires and players and managers get into each other's face. That is so awesome. Here's the 1-0. That's a tapper, and that's going to be foul. I think that went off Kelly. Oh, these dang ads, man. Jeez, Yeah, no, I love that. That would go away. Again, it's a 1-1 count to Perkins, who's pinch hitting for Ortiz. Bowers leading off the inning with a solo shot to left to make it 4-3. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is low, and it's 2-1. Does Nightbot hate emojis? I think so. I think we've had some people spam emojis, Callie. So, yeah, it can be annoying. It can be annoying. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. The NFL is not registered as a sport like the MLB, NHL. It's literally, it's just like WWE. 100%. They changed that recently. As here is the 2-2. And Perkins sends this to right, but that is foul. Oh, he crushed it. Oh, and the Cubs fans are silent now. They were cheering. I think the Brewers are seeing Kittredge pretty good right now. Oh, my goodness. Time delay. Thanks for showing the game today. No Cub. Oh, yeah, of course I'll not have a Cubs jersey. That's going to be a grounder to second. Throws to first for out number 2. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. Do you know if Vaughn is batting? Vaughn has not made an appearance today, Angel. I'm sure he will bat soon, though, if they keep a righty in. But yes, I will not be wearing a Cubs or a Brewers jersey anytime soon. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Imagine we could trade pick. How many players? Oh, yeah, if we could trade picks, I think that should be a thing, personally. Here is the 0-1. That is upstairs, and it's 1-1. I think trading picks would be a great thing for baseball, actually. I would feel a lot better about my team going forward, I'm just saying. The 1-1. That's cut on and fouled back, and it's 1-2 to Christian Yelich. Yelich is 1 for 3 today. He led off the game with a double. Has been silent since then. Cubs fans getting loud. They are proud. Here is the pitch. Grounder right back to Kittredge. Underhands it to first for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th, where the Brewers do get another one. As it's now 4-3. Again, the Brewers. Go and move my face here. The Cubs scored all their runs in the first inning. So that is something just to keep an eye out. Let me get rid of that. What the heck? All right, we're just going to click on that. Anyway, yeah, so you can see a lot of, the Cubs haven't scored since the first, so there is that. But, folks, again, make sure to like and subscribe if you like what you see, or more accurate, like what you hear. Again, you probably don't like what you're seeing on the screen. But, yeah, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If you're a sports fan, definitely subscribe. Join your fellow sports fans that have already subscribed to the channel. A bunch of them have, especially in the last 2 months. Over 1,000 subs in the last 9 weeks. So, again, make sure to join, subscribe to the channel. It's completely free to do so. Let's see, nonsense like put on the Brewers jersey. No. Dr. Duran. Dr. Duran, I don't know who that guy is. Well, thank you, Brandon, for stopping on by. Yeah, again, the Brewers, they were down 4-1. Now it's 4-3, so, it's doable. Kittredge has given up some horrible home runs this year. Well, yeah, he allowed one there, and then Perkins almost tied it up. Almost. We got a good one. All right, see, let's see what's happening in the... Okay, the Blue Jays leading over the Yankees 1-0. So that is currently happening there in New York. Blue Jays win, and they advance, pretty much. Yankees will be done. Yankees just trying to fight to stay alive. But again, folks, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, this is what I do. If you like the style of broadcast I have, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. I cover MLB, NFL, and, of course, college football. So if you like any of those 3, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Cubs have way too many pitching injuries. Yeah, well, hey, we'll have to see what they do here. Again, I doubt Kittredge comes out for another inning. I just don't see it happening. And, of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible, and appreciate you guys for clicking on this live stream, because, again, I know there's a lot of people calling this game out there. So, again, appreciate it. 180 viewers and only 62 likes. Come on, all. Smash the like and subscribe. It's fast, easy, and free to do. Make sure to do what Magic Man says and subscribe to the channel and like it up. It is free, folks. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. We have a new pitcher for the Brewers. It is Koenig. I will tell you his stats whenever they want to show it, but apparently they don't want to do it. 0-1 count. to Michael Busch. Here's the pitch. That is going to be outside, and it's 1-1. Busch, of course, led off the game with the home runs, batting .316, OPS of 1170, 3 homers, and 3 RBIs. Yankees said they won't fire the coach. Yeah, I don't think they would. The 1-1, that's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2, 90 on the cutter. One and 2 count to Michael Busch. Again, we're here in the bottom of the 7th, where the Cubs are clinging to a 4-3 lead. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. It's 1-2. Steele didn't go down. Horton wouldn't have been overworked. The players want to be... Oh, really? I haven't seen anything on that. They want Aaron Boone gone. Koenig with a 2.86 ERA, by the way, in the regular season. The 1-2. That's cut on and sent to left. On the run is Churio, who makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Nico Horner, who's batting .364 this postseason. OPS of .893, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. Horner just hits. That's all he does. Koenig sets and fires. And Horner sends this to right, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Frelick is going to get there. Horner's going to go ahead and chill out at first. So 1-out single. And that'll bring up Kyle Tucker. It's batting .211, OPS of .529. No homers, no RBIs. Koenig sets and fires. And that's going to get through for a base hit as well. Frelick charging in, has it. He's going to throw it in. So the Cubs have runners on first and second with 1 out. You would like, but that's how you make... Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's interesting there. But hey, to each their own. That's okay. Hey, I appreciate it again for the view. The view helps. And, of course, if you're subscribed, which, you said you're from the Grossi raid. So, again, thank you again for subscribing. Yes, folks, Tom Grossi has interacted with Dr. Delay. Hey, that might be a famous combination in a few years. I'm just kidding. But that was still pretty cool, though. That was still pretty cool. Actually, I thanked him on Twitter. All I said was, "Hey, appreciate the raid." My dad is Trisk. He's always in the Grossi. We have a pitching change, by the way. So if you're wondering why I'm rambling and not covering the game, that's what's happening. But yeah, Trisk is a big fan. He called me after. He's like, "Oh, he was so excited," and I added Grossi like, "Hey, thank you for the raid." Of course, my dad, is a huge fan, so we talked about it. But then I said, "Remember the name Dr. Delay. You might hear it again." In a year or so or something like that, and he liked it. So he liked my tweet. He liked my tweet. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Stack to catcher. Come on, Brewers, we got this. Yeah, no, we'll see. Again, the Cubs have runners at first and second. Seiya Suzuki is going to be the batter. New pitcher is going to be Chad Patrick. So Koenig didn't really do much. Patrick with a 3.53 ERA, whip of a 1.28. That is the new pitcher for the Brewers. Suzuki is 1 for 3 on the day. But, of course, we're still in commercial break. Again, folks, if you like what you hear, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like MLB, NFL, college football, I got it all right here for you. So, again, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. And, of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. And I do have a poll which is 55% for the Cubs, 45% for the Brewers as far as who's winning today. Again, will the Cubs force a Game 4? 55% of you guys agree with that. Or, well, on the other side, 45% have a Brewers sweep, which right now, again, it's 4-3. The Cubs are at the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So it's a pretty good game, folks. It is a really good game. All right, again, Patrick on the mound. He is rubbing the baseball. Definitely no spider tack on that. They would never, ever do that. No other pitcher would ever do that ever again. Patrick looks back, rocks and fires. That is upstairs, and it's a 1-0. Again, this is Seiya Suzuki. He's been pretty good. Again, an OPS of 940. 2 homers this postseason. Again, 1 for 3 today with a double. Patrick sets, looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That is going to be popped up, and that is out of play. Alex Bregman almost signed with the Cubs. Yeah, that's a tough one. 1-1 to Suzuki. Runners on first and second. Patrick looks back and fires. That's a swing and a miss. 91 on the cutter. Chased it high out of the zone. It's pretty hard to hit a home run right now. 21. They're showing the, not 21 miles per hour, but just the wind impacting. Can hit it maybe out to left, but everywhere else the wind is blowing in. 1-2 count to Suzuki. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Patrick comes to a set. Looks back and fires. Suzuki sends this foul. The count remaining 1-2. Again, Suzuki at the plate. The Cubs looking for insurance. Again, they haven't scored since the first inning. Patrick sets and fires. That's cut on and once again fouled back, and he'll see another. The Brewers just slowly but surely coming back. Cubs fans are standing. They are loud, rallying behind Suzuki. Patrick sets. Looks back and fires. Chopper to short. There's one, and he's safe at first. Suzuki beat it out, keeping the inning alive. They may check on it, and no, he's safe. So that'll bring up Ian Happ, who has just been not so great in the postseason. It's batting 100, OPS of 482. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, money talks with some other markets for sure. With Ohtani and Bregman there. Patrick sets, looks over at first, and fires. Happ chops this foul. Kenneth, I'm doing all right. Good to see you. Yeah, Kenneth pulling for the Brewers. A lot of Brewers fans in the chat. Of course, we have some Cubs fans as well. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Again, there's a lot of competition out there. So, again, appreciate it for just clicking on the live stream. Hopefully, I do a good enough job to where you like and subscribe. As it's an 0-1 count to Ian Happ. Patrick sets and fires. That's in there for a called strike. 91 on the gun. As Cubs fans groan in unison. He's quick. Yeah, he showed us some speed there. It was a little bit, of a slow chopper really to short. Replaying it in my mind there. Again, runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 count to Happ. Again, he has been struggling. You could say he's due, though. As here's the pitch. Happ sends this to left. And that is a foul ball. Stay out for the Dodgers? No. I will probably redirect you guys elsewhere for that. I will not be calling another game. I wanted to call another college. I wanted to do another game tonight, but I'm good. I had it made. If this one ended quickly, I would probably call that one. But now I'll probably actually just relax. I might play some of the Call of Duty beta, to be honest with you. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's way upstairs, and it's 1-2. 1-2 is the count to Ian Happ. Again, runners on the corners. So, again, this is just a base hit. And the Cubs would extend their lead. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Just outside. It actually did catch a little bit of the outside corner. But no call. At least according to the TV strike zone. Yep, it would have caught the zone there. Oh, man, that is a tough one. 2-2 count. Patrick sets. And fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Patrick gets the strikeout anyway. As we head to the top of the 8th, the Cubs clinging to a 4-3 lead over the Brewers. Oh, man. Happ got a second chance there and just could not take advantage. You know, they got some money for liking. Yeah. I have no idea what that means, Duke. I'm lost. Not going to lie. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the MLB, NFL, and, of course, college football, definitely subscribe and join your fellow sports fans that have already subscribed to the channel. Again, appreciate you guys for just clicking on the live stream because I know there's a lot of competition tonight for this game. So I really do appreciate you guys. It's a good crowd. Very good crowd. I mean, I'm not used to this, so it's awesome, though. I really do appreciate it. If the Cubs win tonight, if the lead holds, I will, of course, return here tomorrow night. So, again, if you're looking for a home tomorrow night, I got you covered. If the Brewers were to come back and complete the sweep, I will be calling Thursday night football. Of course, Eagles and the Giants. I know everyone else will, but again, I love football. So, but again, I am prioritizing baseball for the most part. And again, I'm on here 6 of the 7 days a week. Most of the players in all-star games not been good. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at that. Angel loves Chad. Oh, Battlefield. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm like, I mean, I read that your boyfriend 6. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna not really talk about that. The new Tampa ballpark small. That's kind of weird. Only 25. But yeah, it's a good point. Most of the TV money, most of the money is TV money, and it's kind of a big deal. Yeah, no, I should get Battlefield 6. I'm just going to try out the beta. I tried it out a little bit this morning. Not too bad. I'm not going to lie. I actually enjoyed it a little bit more than I thought. So, but I'm retired. I don't think I'm not buying COD at the beginning. I'll get it when it's on sale. But I'm retired. I got to Diamond the last 2 years and ranked for multiplayer. Really happy about that. I know that's not much to brag about, but I'm pretty happy with it. And, yeah, I'm just going to call it there, though. No more ranked for me. But, yeah, I'll get it whenever it's on sale. All right, Jackson Churios coming to the plate as we begin the top of the 8th. Kittredge is back out there as Churios sends this to left center. PCA diving attempt, can't make the catch. And Churio's going to cruise into second. Oh, that's a lot closer than I thought, but Churio is in there. You got to credit PCA for diving there, but just couldn't get there in time. I'm surprised, folks, that Kittredge is out there, and that could be a game-deciding move by the manager council. because it looked like Kittredge was not looking good. He's actually very fortunate. He only allowed 1 run last inning, and just like that, the Brewers have a man in scoring position, and that's going to do it for Kittredge. So Counsell, realizing the mistake, he's going to yank Kittredge. Jeez, so we have a new pitcher for the Cubs. Yeah, I'm shocked, folks. I did not think Kittredge. I think most of us, well, yeah, Kittredge is out of there. Caleb Thielbar would be the new pitcher. Of course, he had a really good regular season, a 2.64 ERA with a whip of a .88. In the postseason, though, he has struggled a little bit, 5.79 with a whip of a 1.93. So you can say the law of averages means he's going to have a good outing, but yeah, we'll see. Again, the Brewers are pretty good when they get batters on the bases. I'm just saying. Folks, again, we went to the pen, so if you're wondering what's happening, we're in a pitching change. But again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel, folks. I'm not just saying that. We have had over 1,000 subs in the last 9 weeks. It's pretty cool. So yeah, definitely join your fellow sports fans and subscribe. It's fast and free and easy to do. And of course, after this, I will send you elsewhere, so where you can get some more high quality play-by-play. I believe JJ will be covering Dodgers and the Phillies, so I'll probably send you there. And of course, when you get there, tell him the doctor sent you. He may like that. He may like that indeed. So yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Feel free, of course, to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. And of course, vote in the poll. The poll, it's a 10% spread there. But right now, it's getting a little interesting. And the Cubs leading 4-3, but the Brewers have a runner in scoring position. PCA, again, you can't say enough about him. He really does give 100% effort. He really does. I would want him for the Pirates. I can tell you that. If you guys are open to trading PCA for O'Neal Cruz, I'll throw in $10 of my own personal money, which is like 50% of my net worth. Then we could probably make that happen. Because we all know Bob Nutting doesn't have any money. That poor guy. I don't know how he... The fact that he even just puts a team out there is very nice. Very grateful for him as Thielbar sets and is going to walk back Churio to the bag. Brewers have to show they can win in these situations if they want to make a World Series run. Yeah, that's fair. Again, they are up 2-0, though. So, I mean, it's pretty hard to sweep a team. But here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike one. But I get what you're saying, though. I think they'd be fine. If they lose this game, I still think, they just got to win one of the next 2. Again, this is Bryce Turang, who's 0 for 2 on the night. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup as Thielbar delivers. That's a swing and a miss, and Turang doesn't look comfortable at the plates with the lefty-on-lefty matchup. Turang, again, is batting .182 this postseason, OPS of .523. Cubs fans rising to their feet. Here's the pitch. That was in there pretty clearly, but I don't think the catcher, Kelly couldn't frame it. Oh, my goodness. Kelly couldn't frame it. Oh, man. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing at him as he gets him anyway. He struck him out. I'm telling you, I was lost there. That, to me, was like, wow. William Contreras come to the plate. Batting .417, OPS of 1167, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. The Cubs don't pull this game out. They need to fire Jed. I'm not too sure where that is, Jed. Jed Horrors. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike one. I guess that's the GM, if I had to guess. 0-1 count. Thielbar will set. Kicks and deals. Check this swing. That is low. He did not go, and it's 1-1. Again, if you're just tuning in, the Cubs are leading 4-3 over the Brewers. The Brewers have a guy at second with just one out here in the top of the eighth. One and one. Thielbar fires. Swing and a miss. Way out in front with the breaking ball. 1-2. Ben pulling for the Brewers. Wilson Contreras, yeah. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Handled well by Kelly. Dude, I've actually messed up earlier in the year when I was, trust me, I've called him Wilson plenty of times. Luckily, at that time, no one was really watching, so it's okay. It was just me and my bottles of water right here, pretty much, in April and May. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and it's 3-2. Again, a runner at second with just one out. Thielbar will set. Looks back and fires. Breaking ball, that is ball 4. And that will bring up Sal Frelick. With runners on first and second. Frelick come to plate again. He's underperforming so far in the series. Batting 200, OPS of 450, no homers, but with an RBI. Again, Kenneth, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't tell you, as that's going to be a grounder to second. There's one, and not in time as Frelick is able to run it out. But that was a little bit scary for the Brewers. But yes, I don't pick anybody that I'm calling. Unless it's a Steelers game, then I can be honest. Or a Pirates game. Frelick just too fast. Caleb Durbin coming to the plate again. He has also struggled here in the postseason. Batting 200, OPS of 473. I don't know what's going on here. There's a little bit of a mound visit or something. Kelly come out to have a little chat with Thielbar. And it looks like Thielbar is going to be done. So this is going to be Brad Keller coming out to... That's interesting. So another pitching change as they're going to the pen. Again, Thielbar looked pretty good. I understand the lefty, righty, whatever, but I don't know. I don't like it when they rely on that too much, but it is what it is. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. But again, just join your fellow sports fans that have already done so. Again, over 1,000 subs in the last 9 weeks. We are a growing channel. And of course, again, if you're wondering what I'll be doing tomorrow, again, I call game 6 of the 7 days a week. If the Cubs hold on and win, then I will be sure to cover Brewers-Cubs tomorrow night. And if the Brewers were to keep get the sweep, then I will call Eagles and the Giants tomorrow. So that is what will be happening. You're so outnumbered. No, Carrie. There's some Cubs fans here. Got plenty of Cubs fans. Again, Callie's a Cubs fan. Taterhead's a Cubs fan from what I gather. So no, you're good. But yes, a lot of Brewers support. Again, I do have a lot of Brewers that have subbed to the channel. Again, thank you to the Milwaukee Brewers fans. Angel, again, appreciate it. Rick, Eric, Jason, of course. Chris is bowling right now. But again, a lot of Brewers fans. Eric, and I apologize. I mean, again, I've interacted with so many The Brewers fans have been very supportive of this Pirates streamer. So, again, as a huge thank you, I'm really trying to cover as much Brewers as I can here in the postseason. And, of course, again, the Cubs fans have also been very kind of the channel as well. So, again, I'm really trying to cover as much, pretty much the winner of the series, as far as they can go. And again, I still plan on, if let's just say for Dodgers, Yankees, I don't have a lot of subscribers from them, but I would still cover a few games in the World Series. All right, this is Caleb Durbin. As Keller delivers, that's going to be inside ball 1. And Durbin, he's definitely hoping for a better postseason going forward. As Keller sets on the 1-0. That's a breaking ball outside, and it's 2-0. Durbin today is 1 for 3. Prod going for the Brewers. You and Kenneth, Kenneth and Ryan. Yeah, you guys are both. No. Go Pitt Panthers. Hopefully we can beat the Florida State. We'll see. I don't think we do. 2-0 count. Keller fires. That is in there, but not called a strike, and it's 3-0. You're all good, man. We love you. You're awesome. Anytime I see you on, I always try to stop in. Again, thank you, Eric. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, you guys have been very, very kind to me, and I'll definitely keep this in mind for next year. Here's the 3-0. That is inside. Ball 4. Keller has walked the bases loaded. Earl Arnold, new subscriber, Guardian. You're a Guardian fan. Well, I call them the Indians, but thank you for subscribing, Earl. You are a legend. You are a legend. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, sorry. I mean, hey, they had a nice little run there, though. I'm sure you were happy with that. As Keller faces Bauer. That's going to be outside. So Bauer called time. So I don't know if it was a ball or not. That was weird. So the clock hit 0, and then Bauer's stepped out of the box, but it's 1-0. So they did count. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. All right, so it's 1-1. The situation is this, folks. Cubs leading 4-3 here in the top of the 8th. There's bases loaded with 2 outs. It's a 1-1 count. That'll make it 1-2 as that's in there for a called strike on the inside corner. The Cubs fans are rising. They are loud. This may be the best opportunity for the Brewers. A base hit into the outfield pretty much means a Brewers lead. As Keller kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Keller rises to the occasion. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Cubs still leading 4-3. Let's go, Keller. Steve, good to see you, Steve. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Steve, there was another Duke here earlier. I don't know if Duke Nuke is here. Steve Duke and Duke Nuke. Look at that. Steve Duke Nuke. You guys are both, you guys have to be related. Obviously, Duke Nuke had Duke first, but I'm just saying, you guys are pretty much one of the same when it comes to sports betting. You guys are going for it. Though you don't do the parlays. You just bet on a lot of things. No more walks. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Chris. That's a tough one. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, I know there's a lot of competition tonight. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Again, this is a growing sports channel, folks. I know you probably are getting tired of me saying that, but, hey, it's the truth, and I don't know. I mean, again, I got to promote myself. I got to promote myself because I don't know how many other people are going to promote me. So, but, yeah, hopefully you like what you see, or more accurately hear, and you like and subscribe, because again, if you like baseball, NFL, college football, then you've come to the right place. This is what I do. I call games. And again, like I said earlier, again, if you weren't here for that, if the Cubs were to hold on and win, I will return to this series tomorrow. But if it is a Brewers sweep, then I will be covering Thursday Night Football. So again, if you're looking for a sports channel that covers baseball and football, make sure to subscribe to the channel. All it is more sports on your feed. I feel like that's going to be beneficial for both parties here. I get subscriber, you get more sports content. I feel like that's pretty good. Pretty good. Do it for the Cubs will be Kelly, Crow Armstrong, and Swanson whenever we do return to action here in Chicago. Let's see here what's going on. Can you say the umpire's crazy? There's some stuff here. He didn't even make his sign for a time or a pitch violation. Should have been a pitch violation. The clock hit 0, and he didn't even start. And then, obviously Bowers stepped out of the box. Yeah, it was nothing. The umpire's pretty bad, but again, like I said, I'm pro umpire. Not saying they're good. I'm just saying, that. I do like the umpires because of all the craziness. And I know it's kind of weird, but I'm just saying. And of course, again, he should be punished. Like, hey, what the heck was this? You got to fine him. For sure. I completely agree with that, but it is what it is. Kelly is due. Yeah, no, Kelly, I would say so. Carrie's saying, come on, Kelly. All right, here is the pitch. Kelly hits this to second, and it's caught by Terang for out number 1. He's due to go to the bench, unfortunately, for the Cubs fans. Hits it right to the second baseman. That'll bring up Pete Crow Armstrong again. He had a 2 RBI single earlier in this one. Patrick is still in the game. PCA is 1 for 3. Again, his one hit was pretty big. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cranked to left, but that is going foul. I see, Steve. I see. You're at the A's home opener when Kelly hit for the cycle this year. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. The 0-1. That's a big swing and a miss. PCA trying to swing for the fences. Carey didn't like it. 0-2 count to Pete Crow Armstrong. Patrick nods, kicks, and deals. Showing bunt. It is down. Patrick has it. Throws to first. He's out by a step. That was a gutsy decision there by PCA. Dansby Swanson come to the plate. T's batting .211, OPS of .549 this postseason. No homers, but he does have an RBI. Patrick sets and fires right down the middle for a called strike. 90 on the cutter. The count is 0-1. It's Patrick kicks and deals. That's going to be low, and it's 1-1. If you're just joining us, Cubs leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Cubs with nobody on, but with 2 outs. The 1-1, that's a breaking ball, and it's low, and it's 2-1 to Swanson. Don't know why I say but with 2 outs. I should have said with 2 outs. Like I said, folks, not a professional. 2-1 count. Patrick delivers. That is outside, and it's 3-1. 3-1 to Swanson. Has Pete actually been sick? PCA's been sick. That's a shame. It's a rough time of the year to get sick. Here's the 3-1. That's a chopper, and that is going foul. Showing the stats and their overall draft number and where they are from is a great idea. I think so as well. There are multiple reasons why I do that. One, you get to see who's at the plate, but also game day is a little bit ahead of me, so I kind of, kind of keeps it mysterious because you would see the striker ball, and then, I call it. It's like, oh, that's kind of lame. You already know what's going to happen. Now, if you are not watching the screen, then, it's not a big deal. You just listen to the call anyway. But thank you, though, Danny. Appreciate it. Again, a 3-2 count, 2 outs. Patrick rocks and fires. Swanson hits this to third. Durbin has it, throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 3. We head to the top of the 9th. Apparently it's not ahead there. What the heck? Oh, that's why it's frozen. We head to the top of the 9th where, again, the Brewers need... What in the world? Need a run to push this into the... So my screen's frozen now. Game day has been rough. Now, I feel like it's been like that for a while because I feel like there's a lot of people on right now. So that's probably why. So we're going to reset here. Right now, the Blue Jays Yankees are tied at 1 apiece. Yeah, I know it's still ahead. Hey, don't look over there. That's there just for the score. If I could take off balls and strikes, I would. I'm just that guy. No, I know. So I live in like the middle of nowhere. Not really middle of nowhere, but I live like, not much happening where I live. So not the best internet. I'm not going to be ahead of much. So yeah, I know. So rip me for it, Callie. Go ahead. Just drag me through the mud. Do whatever you got to do. Here he goes. Now or never. Yeah, tomorrow for the, yep. You and Rhino doing the NFL show? No, the show is over, or at least for me. Rhino's still doing it. I am no longer doing it, Kenneth. I've been having a lot of, I don't know, I haven't been sleeping well lately, and pretty much getting me up early in the morning. It's been affecting me a lot personally, so no, I cannot do the show early in the morning anymore. So I feel bad, but no, it's been rough on me. So the show is on hiatus, at least on my part. Rhino's still doing it. So yeah, if you want a football show, definitely check out Rising Rhino. But no, I'm no longer participating in the morning show. It's a fun show. I enjoy doing it. It's just, again, it was taking a huge toll on me. It's been rough. All right, folks, again, for one final time, potentially, again, make sure to like and subscribe if you like what you hear. If you like sports, if you're a sports fan, you're subscribing to the channel, as have many of your fellow sports fans already done. Again, we are a growing channel, and we're growing at a really good rate. 1,000 subs in the last 2 months. But we are growing. Again, if you like MLB, NFL, college football, this is the channel for you. So make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, tomorrow I will be doing this game. If the result holds and the Cubs win, I am covering Brewers-Cubs tomorrow. If the game ends in a Brewers victory, I will cover Eagles and the Giants. That is pretty much what is happening on my end for tomorrow. This is not Monasterio. This is Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn pinch hitting, as that's going to be inside ball 1. So Vaughn is at the plate. One and 0 count. Keller delivers. Vaughn sends this to right, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. So 1 away for the Brewers. Tie the game up, take this extras. We'll see. Legs, I'm not too sure, Tater. 3 up, 3 down. Well, yeah, I mean, it's trending that way, Carey. I'll have to catch Pirates game for you. Oh, again, I still bounce around. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. I appreciate it, though. Again, my streams were pretty much 60% Pirates when it came to baseball season. 60% Pirates, and then 40% I would do another game. And I intend to do that again this upcoming year. 0-1. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a check swing. Did he go? He went. It's 0-2. 2-2. To me, he did not go. Again, just I guess the third base umpire has just been doing this because he wants to. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt, and it's 1-2. So 1-2 count to Blake Perkins. 1 out. Nobody on. Here in the top of the ninth, the Cubs trying to force this game to tomorrow. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. And once again, it's 1-2. Glycine capsules, game changer for sleep. Reset your system. Okay, I'll have to look into that, as that's going to be outside 2-2. Glycine capsules. Interesting. Broncos, Jets, Sunday. Yep, I'm going to be calling that one. 2-2 count. Keller delivers. Perkins sends this to left, and that is foul. Gave it a good ride. Would not have exited the field of play, but would have been interesting. I don't know if Happ would have gotten there. The count again is 2-2 to Perkins. Keller delivers outside, and it's 3-2. Slider never slid. Three and 2 is the count. Keller delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Brewers are down to their final out. Thanks, Streamy. You're welcome. Trending to the game may be ending very soon. In fact, it may already be over. I don't know. I guess we're back in time, folks, as Yelich faces Keller. Keller kicks and deals. Yelich, grounder to second. Diving stop, throws to first. And that is your ball game. The Cubs force Game 4 as the Cubs win 4-3 over the Brewers. The Brewers started to come back a little bit. They just couldn't take advantage of opportunities they had. The Cubs again scoring 4 runs in the first inning, and that's all they needed. That is all they needed. 4-3 is your score. Again, that means I'll be back tomorrow. I believe the time is 8 Central Time. Yep, that means I'll be back tomorrow at 8 Central. Again, if you're looking for a person to call this game, I got you covered, as I'm doing every game this series, folks. So make sure to like and subscribe. This is what I do. I call games. Again, if you're an NFL fan, MLB fan, college football fan, this is what I do. I call games, as they're playing that certain song where they say, "Go Cubs, go." I'm not singing the song. No, I actually have like a Pirates version of that. You guys probably wouldn't like it, the Cubs fans. Yeah, whatever. But no, I'm not singing the song. Appreciate you guys, though. Again, it was fun. I will try to send you guys elsewhere. I don't know. I really wanted to send you guys to the other NL game, but that one's not on yet. But again, make sure before you go to like and subscribe. Again, I'll be back tomorrow for another play-by-play. So let me go ahead and see who's on. I can try to send you guys to another guy. Let's see what we got here. I don't even know. I'm a bum. And again, have a great night, everyone, if you guys do decide to head out. And again, if you guys do stay, and you guys go to the next stream, make sure you say that Dr. Delay sent you. Make sure you say Dr. Delay sent you. If you can, it'd be nice. It's brownie points for me, really. But that's all. But yes, you guys all have a great rest of your night. Again, make sure to like and subscribe before you go. Do it now. Again, if you're a sports fan, this is a sports channel. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night, and I will see you tomorrow for Game 4 of the Cubs and the Brewers. Y'all take care. Good night.